Isn't this an odd coincidence? I never imagined we'd be reunited like this. I can't believe you're our subcontractor's account manager.
You're absolutely correct. This isn't the kind of reunion I was hoping for either.
So I'm not surprised you work for us. It's a fantastic opportunity for someone like you.
Nothing has changed in the last 10 years. As far as I can tell, you're still as obnoxious as you were in high school. I was taken aback to meet face to face with you in this manner, particularly after all of this time. How are you?
I'm not going to respond to that. It's none of your concern. Anyway, why don't you go get me some lunch?
Okay, I was just being polite, but there's no need for you to respond to my query. But I don't see why I should have to go out and buy you lunch.
What? Don't you realize you're in no position to respond to me in that manner? Or perhaps you should return to kindergarten because you appear to have forgotten how to obey orders? You can relearn how to listen to authority figures.
We haven't seen each other in 10 years, but you haven't changed at all. You may even be more immature now than you were in high school.
No, don't you understand? I was just attempting to accommodate your intelligence level, which is certainly significantly lower than mine. Anyway, hurry along, bring me some food before my break ends. Otherwise, you risk losing our company's contract. Are you certain that is what you want? How are you going to explain to your manager that this contract fell through because of you? I can already see the outcome. You'll most likely wind up on your knees, pleading for his pardon. It's a large deal, so it can't be written off that quickly.
I'm not sure what kind of fancy circumstance you're imagining, but I hope you recognize it's just a fiction. Do you honestly believe it's okay to cancel a contract over a missed lunch? That is incredibly unprofessional, if not ludicrous.
What's the big deal about that? I'm an extremely successful entrepreneur. Unlike you, I truly contribute to the success of my company, and my position is highly respected here.
That does not appear to be anything a professional business person would say.
I'll simply inform my management that it was entirely your fault that we terminated the contract, and that it will not be my responsibility to settle. Besides, I know they'll always have my back since they recognize how vital I am to this company. I'll simply inform them that we must terminate your contract due to your disrespectful attitude. Is that what you really want?
I never stated anything like that. Please don't try to put words in my mouth.
Okay, anything. Anyway, it's still difficult to conceive we'd wind up doing business like this, don't you think? But in a way, it's amusing because you can still take my orders. It must be your fate to be the errand girl forever. Don't worry, I'll make sure to send you lots of work, so get ready to work hard.
What do you mean? I'm not here to do your errands. This isn't high school. I don't believe you should speak to me as if we were still in school. We're no longer classmates, but working professionals. When we interact about business, you should at the very least be courteous.
I can't believe you have the audacity to respond to me in that way. As I already stated, you are nothing more than an errand girl to me, so don't try to act inappropriately. Why don't you think about your situation more thoroughly before opening your mouth?
This discussion is really going nowhere. The longer we continue on like this, the more fatigued I become. I already have a lot on my plate, trying to make amends for your mistake.
Oh, you're referring to the mistake I purposefully made?
What exactly do you mean by this?
I was only trying to help you by giving you something to work on. That's why. Every now and then, I'll make a deliberate mistake for you to repair.
That is totally needless. Why would you consider of doing such extra work?
Anyway, you arrived yesterday with your predecessor, correct?
Was there an issue with that?
That gorgeous man. He was promoted to general manager, right? So you'll be taking over as account manager from now on, correct?
That's correct, but how can you know so much? It's as if you were present when I made the news.
Oh, no. That isn't the case. My data comes from a reliable source. My guy is the handsome man who used to be in charge of this contract.
What?
He's my man, however. At our meeting yesterday, you seemed unduly friendly with him. I hope you're not playing any silly games with me. You should avoid him because he's my man.
I wasn't attempting to steal him from you in any way. That's how he and I have always been with each other.
What's the point? Are you attempting to imply that you are closer to him than I am?
So in terms of physical proximity, I suppose I'm closer to him than everyone else in the office.
You can't make a move on him just because you work in the same office and get along. He and I are soulmates who love one another. We even went out to celebrate our anniversary last night.
That's fantastic. But none of that matters right now.
Exactly. All you have to do is wait for my commands and follow them.
As I previously stated, we are no longer in high school, and I have no intention of complying with any of your absurd rules, especially considering you are purposefully harming my work effectiveness.
What a coincidence that we were conversing right now. I'm drinking with several buddies, but we've just run out of alcohol. Can you go to the liquor store and get it for me?
Are you even paying attention to what I'm saying? I just told you I wasn't going to be your personal servant.
Oh, and did I mention how much fun my date last night was?
That's great.
But what about you? You're just dull and monotonous, and you're just used at work for running errands. I'm guessing you've never had a lover and will probably spend the rest of your life alone?
That's really none of your concern. So please keep your hands off my personal affairs, okay?
And moreover, I'm sure you're not really excellent at your work, so you don't have much going for you, do you?
I'd appreciate it if you could quit making assumptions about me, because you're absolutely wrong. So if there's nothing more to talk, I'd want to get started right away.
Sure thing. You don't have any plans for tonight or anything. I'd be astonished if you were going out. Oh, and just so you know, I'm one of the top employees in this workplace, and it's incredibly fulfilling to be creating work that is constantly praised.
I don't have time to hear you brag about yourself.
Oh, and I'm so astute that I've taken thorough notes on our internal matters so that I may refer to them at any time.
Isn't that a breach of privacy? What kind of insider knowledge are you referring to?
You know, like the specifics of our product development. I can't believe I'm the one who had this thinking, but I'm sure knowing this kind of information will come in good at some point. So, don't you believe it's best to take these actions early on?
Isn't that the kind of information that should be kept private? And what do you mean by it being useful one day? What do you intend to do with that data? Are you going to give it to one of your competitors?
You caught on quickly, especially for an errand girl.
Do you realize that leaking confidential information is a crime?
Is it a crime? You're simply exaggerating? I have yet to do anything with the information. I'm just getting everything ready for the perfect time. No one will ever find out what I'm up to.
Not so sure. Someone will eventually find out. I know you told your lover last night about your plan to sell firm secrets over dinner. Your boyfriend is also my manager.
Huh. But how could he know about what we were talking about?
Are you certain you want to share that kind of information with someone outside your company? Don't you believe that puts you in a poor situation?
Oh, please keep quiet. You have no idea what you're on about. Are you even aware of what you have? It isn't your place to lecture me on this.
So let me pose the same question to you. Are you aware of the massive error you've already committed? What you're attempting to do, Nessa, is clearly illegal.
Don't overthink it. Just wait for your next duty like the good errand girl you are.
That's enough. Don't you understand the difference between what is and isn't suitable to say? Or do you still think like a high schooler? You haven't matured one bit in all these years, have you?
I simply thought that would be a good topic for a discussion. That's why I brought it up last night with my boyfriend. What's wrong with two wealthy business people having an interesting dinner conversation? I wish I hadn't told you about it. Your statements have absolutely depressed me. I'm still waiting for the extra beverages I requested earlier. How long must I wait? You'd best buy me the most expensive bottle of wine you have to compensate for this. What a fantastic idea. This time, I'll let you off the hook if you bring me the greatest wine you can find. Oh, and if you want to disregard my orders, you can cancel our contract.
It appears that you are already having difficulty distinguishing between business and personal problems. Perhaps you drank too much? Let me tell you something that will wake you up faster than a bucket of ice-cold water.
What do you mean?
In fact, my fiancé is your company's CEO.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean?
I am engaged to your company's CEO. And he's right next to me right now because we were just talking about wedding arrangements.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Where do you get these insane ideas?
And in fact, the man you were out with last night is my elder brother.
What? What?
As you are aware, my brother handled the contract with your company for several years prior to me. He collaborated extensively with your CEO, and they became excellent friends over time. And he was the one who introduced me to my current fiancé. so we're both grateful to my brother.
Are you sure? Is my lover your brother?
Yes, and it sounded like you two were really getting along these days. At the very least, my brother appeared to be serious about your relationship. I texted him only to inquire about what you said about me. He has confirmed everything, and he is also really disappointed in you.
What? That's all made up by you? Stop attempting to play me just to get back at me for taking advantage of you. He cannot possibly be your brother. You have the same surname.
You accuse me of being overly friendly with my manager during our meeting yesterday, but this is because he is my biological brother. That's how we always make fun of each other. And while we have different last names because we grew up separately following our parents' divorce, we are genetically related siblings.
Oh, I see. You're simply envious that his devotion was no longer directed at you. Your attachment to him is simply out of control.
I'm not envious, and I have no intention of interfering with his personal relationships. I'm fine as long as my brother is happy, whatever his partner may be. But it appears that my brother no longer trusts you as a result of your recent behavior and what you told him.
Does he not believe me? But why is that?
Clearly, because you attempted to sell company secrets to a third party, which is completely inappropriate as a working professional. You should be aware that breaking a company's privacy policies is a crime and can result in criminal charges. However, you were essentially bragging about what you intended to do. Are you really so naive? Did you expect your actions to go unpunished?
No, just take it easy for a moment. Obviously, I was joking about it all. Can't you accept a simple joke?
A joke? What aspect of your plan were you kidding about? My brother and I were both certain that you intended to carry out your plan. You even have extensive notes regarding your company's internal problems, which you showed my brother, as you mentioned. He may be your lover, but he does not work for the same company as you. It's also prohibited to disclose such information with an outsider. You're fortunate that my brother is a competent businessman. It would be a disaster for your firm if that kind of information fell into the hands of the wrong person.
Tiana, please, just relax. Nothing about our company was disclosed and everything is good.
But it isn't the point. It makes no sense to continue putting your company's reputation at jeopardy.
And anyway, we used to joke and goof about like that all the time. You already know not to take me seriously when I say things like that. I had no idea you were so prejudiced. So, you're going to tell your brother that this is all a prank and clear up the confusion for me, right?
It's too late to change anything. There's a time and a place for jokes like that, but it is not meant to be used in professional situations like this. You know I don't like to play games, and I've loathed your sense of humor since we were in high school. You may have been able to order me around back then, but I'm no longer the timid young lady I once was.
There's no need to get so worked up over this. Everything that happened in high school was a joke.
Is this just a joke? It didn't appear that way to the victim of your so-called joke. Whatever happened back then is over, but even as working professionals, you were still trying to get me to run errands for you, weren't you? When you threatened to cancel our contract, you didn't appear to be joking.
That was all a misunderstanding.
In any case, both my brother and your CO are well aware of the situation. My fiancé has just received a call from my brother, and you can probably guess what the call was about.
Wait. So, my CEO is aware of what I was attempting to accomplish? What do I do now? Isn't this terrible for me?
He stated that he will meet with you directly to discuss the types of sanctions that will be imposed on you.
No, you can't treat me like this.
Is it civility that you asked me to bring you a bottle of pricey wine? That will also be reported.
What's the matter with you? Can't you take a joke once in a while? It was never my goal for you to pay for that wine. It just came out that way out of habit. We've known each other since high school, so I figured we could at least communicate.
Do you mean your practice of bullying me into doing your errands? So you're still attempting to bully me as adults, just as you did in high school? Is that your explanation?
I had no idea you were engaged to our CO. I had absolutely no idea. And it had been a year since we last saw one other, so I was pleasantly delighted to see you again. I suppose you could say I was relieved to see a familiar face, but I got a little carried away.
You may make all the justifications you want, but it's a little late.
Oh, no. Please, do not mention that. I'm sorry for everything I've ever said or done to you. I'll also apologize to our CEO.
I agree that apologizing to us is the bare minimum. It does not, however, change the fact that you have committed a crime. Isn't it true that you told a third party about company secrets and boasted about obtaining private documents?
I only showed them to my boyfriend because I trusted him to keep them a secret. It was never my aim to hurt anyone. I was merely trying to spice up our chat. More importantly, I didn't want to conceal any secrets from my husband.
Why don't you just quit making up excuses? It appears that the first error you made was informing my brother about your plan. In case you didn't know, he's a highly righteous person who is harsh on individuals who don't accept responsibility for their acts.
Oh my goodness! This is not possible. He just messaged me that he wants to break up. I thought we'd get married, but now everything's wrecked. I hope you realize it's all your fault. You should have stayed quiet and carried out my directions. Otherwise, none of this would have occurred.
What's the point? You want to blame me for your mistakes now? Nessa, you acted at your own discretion, and I hope you are aware that what you have done is punishable by law. If you have the time to blame someone else, why not just accept your mistakes and strive to be a better version of yourself?
Okay, I'm sorry. I deeply regret what I've done now, but no harm has been done. Can we simply forget that this ever happened?
You won't be able to call yourself a valuable employee any longer, it appears. I'm sure you'll get fired for what you've done, so good luck finding a new job.
No, I will never go through the job search process again. After so many fruitless interviews, I was finally able to secure this job in a top corporation, and I've worked so hard to earn my position here. There's no problem because I didn't actually divulge any of the details, is there?
You don't appear to understand what the word company secrets means. Perhaps you should revisit your new employee training material and reacquaint yourself with the corporate policies. Oh, but you're not going to have that job anymore, so I guess it'd be a waste of time.
I can't possibly lose this job. I sincerely apologize for what I've done. Please, please, let me keep this job.
I'm not sure why you're constantly apologizing to me. And it's a bad you're getting a 1-2 punch by losing both your job and your partner.
I don't want to end our relationship because of this. Can't you at least try to persuade your brother to reconsider his decision? I beg of you. You are the only person who can help us right now. And who knows, maybe we'll become sisters one day.
Oh, please. That is the furthest thing from my mind.
What? But I thought we were close.
Is that your opinion? Oh, and I've already informed my brother about how you treated me in high school.
Why would you do such a thing? If he finds out, he'll be extremely disappointed in me.
He was already turned off by your actions at dinner last night, but believe me when I say he's completely turned off now. Isn't that unfortunate? Especially since things were going so well between you and my brother. I'm so pleased this all came up before you and my brother were married. I know I wished you success in your job search, but good luck in your search for a new husband as well. You don't have anything to say in reply? I suppose you've exhausted your objections. Or, to put it another way, there's nothing you can say to counter these claims. It took you a long time, but I suppose you're finally ready to admit defeat.
After that, as expected, Nessa was summoned to her manager's office first thing the next morning, where she was interrogated extensively about what had occurred. Although no information was actually disclosed, it was clear that she intended to. Because of Tiana's brother's allegation, as well as the extensive notes containing company secrets that she had in hand, it didn't take long for me to decide that she should be fired immediately. Unable to accept her penalty, she marched into the CEO's office to talk with him personally. She apologized repeatedly on her knees, but it was in vain. Nessa was unaware of this, but her CEO was well aware of the manner she bullied Tiana in high school. Unable to forgive anyone who had injured his girlfriend in the past or present, he completely disregarded her for the entire 30 minutes she was in his office. Nessa's lover, who also happened to be Tiana's older brother, dumped her right away, with no regrets. Nessa was absolutely upset after losing her job and lover all at once, and she had no one to rely on. She appears to be desperately hunting for a new career right now, taking any and all places that will allow her to interview. Hopefully, she'll be able to find work soon, or she won't be able to pay the following month's rent on time. If she had only considered the repercussions before behaving so rashly. But what's done is done, and it's too late to make amends.
Tina, found a place to live yet? Still at Mom and Dad's? I'm only asking because I'm planning to bring Tom and some meet Mom and Dad next week. Hoping you wouldn't be home to avoid awkwardness when we visit. Mom and Dad are uncomfortable with you still being here.
I know. I'm going to leave as soon as I can, but it's not easy. And I am still having trouble wrapping my head around everything that's happened.
What do you mean? Wrapping your head around what?
To start with, how about that you, my baby sister, stole my fiancé from me? Or how about all the horrible things you accused me of doing to make me out to be the villain, and justify what you did? I'm just still in shock over everything.
Oh, please. Get over it, already. You're getting treated like a villain because you are the villain here. Only someone who knows they have done wrong complains about being called out on it.
That makes no sense at all, Luca. What are you even talking about?
I make perfect sense. I didn't force Tom to fall in love with me. It just happened. What was I supposed to do? You're so mean to him and nagging all the time about responsibility and other boring things. It's no wonder he didn't really want to marry you.
Of course it's all your fault. You can't fool me, despite fooling others. You threw yourself down the stairs and then told everyone that I pushed you. Even though I was nowhere near you at the time.
All I did was tell the truth. I sprained my ankle really bad in that fall. It's pretty heartless of you not to care at all.
Of course I care, but it was your own carelessness that made you fall. And then you took advantage of the fact that there was no one around to see to blame it on me. I don't understand how Mom and Dad can believe such an obvious lie. And somehow you were able to use it to paint me as this horrible person, and steal Roman from me too.
I did not. Tom was already mine by then. He loves me, so of course he was on my side. Is there anything else you need me to explain to you? It seems like you don't have anyone left to be on your side. It would be best if you just disappeared now, okay?
Believe me, I understand that. Not one person is willing to see you for who you really are. You know what? I'm done with this. I've been dragging my feet all moving, because I was hoping someone would wake up and realize what's going on. But I guess that's not going to happen. I'll be out of the house today. I can't handle being around any of you anymore.
Finally!
You've made it perfectly clear. There is not one person that I can rely on in my own family. No one can see the truth even when it is right in front of them.
Excuse me? That's awfully rude. You pushed me down the stairs. They're only treating you as you deserve.
You can say whatever you want at this point. I will soon be gone, so nothing you can say matters to me anymore. Feel free to say anything your crazy mind comes up with. I am packing my stuff up now, so leave me alone.
Hey, are you gone yet?
I made an appointment with an apartment manager to view an apartment.
Okay, good. You should be out really soon, then. It won't take you long to pack, right? It's not like you have anything of value to pack.
I have already packed up everything I need to take with me. Thanks to someone sneaking into my room and stealing a bunch of my stuff.
What? I did not. I didn't steal anything. I only took what you said I could have. It's your fault for buying clothes and stuff that don't look good on you. I'm way prettier than you, so it makes sense that I take it all off your hands.
I said someone stole from me. I never accused you of anything.
Oh.
Thank you for the confirmation, though. I doubt it will change anything, but at least I have proof of your theft.
Oh my God. You are so annoying. Just get out already.
I'm leaving now.
Good. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with you anymore. Finally, nothing is in my way.
Oh, one more thing, Luca. Tom has blocked my number, so I need you to deliver a message for me.
What?
If he does not return the $3,000 that he borrowed from me by the end of the month, I will take him to court over it.
What? What $3,000? He knows how to get the money to me already, so if you could just give him that message, that would be great. Thanks.
If he has any questions, he can send them through you or unblock me and ask for himself.
That's ridiculous. Why would he borrow money from you? He works at a major company and makes good money. You barely make enough to live on. There's no way this is true. You're making stuff up because you don't want to let him go.
I'm not, and I can prove it. I have a written promise from him to pay it back.
Yeah. Whatever. You don't have anything.
Look, I honestly don't care whether you believe me or not. Just give him the message, okay? I'm sure he will tell you why he borrowed money from me if you ask him.
I'm not telling him anything. Just stop. This isn't a funny joke. It just makes you look desperate.
Whatever. It's up to you. I'm leaving now. I really hope I never have to return. Goodbye, Luca.
Tina. Guess what? I have some amazing news. Tom asked me to marry him. It's okay to reply. You don't have to ignore me. It was so romantic. He proposed while we were walking together on the beach. The sun was going down and it was just so perfect. It was the sweetest thing ever.
Oh. Congratulations.
We have already started talking about the wedding. We are planning on a budget of around $50,000. Maybe a bit more when all is said and done.
Really? I wouldn't get your hopes up on that. That's a lot of money.
Oh, please. You are just jealous.
No. I just know that he doesn't have that kind of money, and neither does our family.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Stop being such a downer. I know what your negative attitude is really about. Who cares that he had to borrow some money from you before? That's over now, and his financial situation is very different than it was then. Besides, he told me he paid you back a few days after I gave him your message.
Oh, did he? Well, I appreciate that you passed along the message.
He told me that he only had to borrow from you in the first place because a few unexpected expenses came up. It's pretty cruel of you to hold it over him like you did. It just reveals how self-righteous you really are when you do things like that.
That's not what happened at all. That's not what happened at all. All I want is a clean break between me and the two of you, and I almost had that. I don't understand why you felt the need to come bragging to me about how happy the two of you are. You've won. Just leave me alone.
Well, excuse me for assuming you would want some time to prepare yourself for the wedding. I guess you prefer to just get blindsided by the wedding invitation.
Are you serious right now? After all that's happened, I thought I would be the last person you would want to invite to your wedding.
Of course I want you there. We are family. I wasn't trying to brag about anything. I just wanted to share the news with my big sister. I didn't want there to be any drama if you found out from someone else, so I thought I would tell you myself.
I wouldn't have started any drama regardless of how I found out. I told you, I just want to move on and heal from all of this.
Okay, fine. Be that way.
Did you need anything else?
Well, no. I guess not.
I have to get back to work.
Oh my God! Really? It's Saturday. Why are you working? Are you so poor that you had to get a side gig or something? No wonder you demanded that Tom give you that money.
I changed careers and entered the hospitality industry. Weekends are just another day for me now.
Oh. I didn't know you changed careers.
Thanks to you, I am actually making pretty good money now. The pay here is higher than where I was working before, and I don't have to pay anything to our parents or help Tom out anymore.
What do you mean, thanks to me?
Isn't it obvious? If you hadn't betrayed me, I wouldn't be where I am now. I don't think there is anything else to do or say at this point. Bye.
Tina. Answer your phone. I need you.
What do you want? I can't really talk. I'm at work right now.
Are you ready to congratulate me?
Congratulate you? For what? Is your wedding coming soon?
Yes, it's next Sunday. You did congratulate me when I told you that Tom proposed, but I wanted to talk to you about your wedding gift to us. We are sisters, so $50,000 would be the right amount to give us, I think.
I'm sorry. What now? Are you seriously asking me to give you $50,000? Have you lost your mind?
You are my big sister. You should want to help me in any way you can. You can't put a price tag on how much sisters mean to each other.
Wow. I don't even know where to begin with all of that. But I think I know what's going on here. You finally realized the financial situation that you are in, didn't you? You can't pay the costs for the big, expensive wedding you want, so you expect someone else to hand over the cash.
No, it's not that.
You're broke. Just admit it.
That's not true. I have a little money.
No. You refuse to work anything other than a part-time job, so you don't make very much. And what you do make, you like to spend on useless stuff and going out rather than even trying to save. On top of that, Mom and Dad are probably still giving you spending money whenever you ask. Even though they really aren't in a position to do that. So you haven't had any reason to ever try and save any money whatsoever, have you? And sure, Tom works for a big company, so you probably thought you could rely on him for money. But he is only on a temporary contract. That won't last forever.
How do you know that?
Because I was engaged to him first. There's nothing about him that I don't already know. I am going to go out on a limb and say that you just found out that temporary employees make a lot less than full employees. That's why you are suddenly scrambling for money days before your wedding. The reason he had to borrow money from me before was that he got laid off from a temporary job when the company downsized. He needed help just making ends meet until he got his next temp job assignment. I didn't expect him to be able to pay me back all at once like he did after I told you about the debt. I wonder where he borrowed the money from to make that happen.
He said he had the money and he had just forgotten to pay you back until I said something.
Sure he did. Anyways, back to all this about giving you money to pay for your wedding. You went into this assuming that he was going to pay for everything. But he was under the impression that our parents would pay for it since they make a point of appearing to have money, even though they don't really. That's about how it went, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's not my fault. I didn't know that Tom was only a temp. I thought he had a really good salary as a full-time employee, so I never doubted that he would be able to take care of it. You are more to blame than I am. Why didn't you tell me if you knew he wasn't making that much? I had no idea. I feel so lied to.
I told you about it when I was engaged to him. And you and I have some friends in common, so I'm sure they mentioned it at some point. No one tried to hide it from you. You just did not want to hear about it because it was inconvenient. I know I mentioned it to Mom and Dad, and I'm pretty sure you were there too. I told you guys about how we decided not to get married until he was offered a full-time position. But I guess you weren't listening because you were already making plans to stab me in the back.
You still should have told me. It doesn't matter that he chose me over you. How could you just let me think he had a high-paying job when that's not the case? That's basically the same as robbing me. I didn't know I was with someone so poor that he couldn't even afford a proper wedding.
You're a grown woman. Do you really need your big sister to treat you like a child and tell you every little thing? neither me nor Tom ever made his job status a secret. If you really didn't know, it's because you weren't paying attention.
You're really going to try and blame me? Why are you being so mean?
If the two of you didn't have a conversation about this before now, that's a problem for the two of you. Not me, not Mom and Dad, no one. Just you. And you're the one that stole him from me in the first place. Anything having to do with Tom became your problem when you did that. At that point, his problems were no longer any of my responsibility.
That doesn't change anything.
And on top of all that, you accused me of pushing you down the stairs and made me out to be a criminal. I was forced to move out because of you. There's no point in trying to point the finger at me. This is 100% your own fault.
No, it isn't. You are to blame too.
In case it wasn't clear enough, I will not be giving you any money. Not for your wedding or any other reason.
No, Tina. Please, I'm your sister. You should want to help me out.
Even if I wanted to, I don't have that kind of money to throw around.
Please. I'll do anything. If we can't pay for it by Sunday, the wedding will have to be canceled. We have already invited so many people. It would be so embarrassing to have to cancel at the last minute. Besides, I don't even have enough money for the cancellation fee if it came to that. We have nothing. Please help me just as once. You'll never have to hear from me again if you don't want to. If you help me, I'll be a better sister. I promise, I'll be there for you always. Please, Tina.
Luca relentlessly contacted me and involved our parents. She argued that I should have supported her financially for the wedding instead of holding a grudge. Tom proposed a reconciliation but brazenly requested money in the same conversation. Similarly, my parents urged me to return home but also asked for money, leading me to doubt their sincerity. Working in hospitality has increased my income, but it still falls short of meeting Luca's demands, even if I desired to fulfill them. I changed my number due to relentless money-related harassment. A friend informed me that Tom was disowned by his family upon learning about the situation. They disapproved of his attempt to exploit marriage for financial gain. Ultimately, I'm relieved I didn't marry him and become dependent on him indefinitely. They covered only half of the cancellation fee, forcing my parents to sell their house for a pittance as they couldn't afford to keep up with the payments. My parents and sister share an apartment, but they argue daily. Due to frequent complaints from neighbors, they may have to relocate once more.
Where are you? I just realized I didn't see your mother either.
I'm out to see the ballet with Mom today. We'll have dinner after and then go home. There's a popular French restaurant nearby that I wanted to visit.
What? Just the two of you?
Yup. You don't have time to go see the ballet. Because you're the one that has to take care of that old man.
But you could have at least said something.
What are you going to do even if I tell you? You're staying home with the old man anyway.
Please don't call your father old man. I feel sorry for him.
The name old man is enough for that guy.
Why are you and your mother so cold to him?
He's always been a timid, unreliable man. It's just so pathetic to watch. And on top of that, he's now disabled and needs nursing care. I'm just hoping he'll be gone soon.
It wasn't his fault that he became disabled. Don't blame your father, he's just ill.
You're always defending that old man, aren't you? Do you feel a bond with other useless people? Pathetic.
Useless people?
He's just baggage, and you're sterile. You can't even get pregnant. Give me back my hopes and dreams.
I'm sorry.
I must have married the wrong person because we've been married for 5 years and we can't have kids. The only thing a useless wife like you can do is take care of the old man.
I have never disliked being his caretaker. Your father was always kind to me.
The only reason the old man is nice to you is that he wants your company. There was no one in this house on his side. He probably feels a connection with you, another useless human.
I'm pity your father.
Huh?
You and your mother go see the ballet. The money you spend on eating out is your father's money, right?
The only thing he is going for him is money. Well, he's not the only one who earned the fortune of this house.
Stop saying that.
That old man, even that one, was born into a rich family. He's got nothing but money. The old man can't even shop for himself anyway. We're just making the most of it. It's our right as family.
Your father may be physically handicapped, but is clear in the head. I'm sure he's very sad that you and your mother are treating him so coldly.
I don't care. I just wish that baggage would be gone soon. I forgot to mention. I'll be traveling abroad from tomorrow.
What? Overseas? That's so sudden.
I've been planning this for a while. I just didn't tell you. We're traveling on a luxury cruise.
Oh, yeah. But what about your father?
He has you. It's just me and my mom going.
What about me? You guys are leaving me and your father behind?
Of course. How can we take someone like him on a trip? He's going to need someone to take care of him.
You're leaving me behind.
We can't just leave the old man alone. If something goes wrong, it'll be on us. Besides, I'd rather travel alone with my mom. It's no fun when you're in the way.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about you and the old man.
It's just the two of you again, in the lack of luxury. And how much does a luxury cruise cost?
I haven't been abroad for a while, so I wanted to go. I wanted to show my mom the beautiful scenery of Europe. The cost was a bit out there, but I can afford it.
You paid for it with your father's money.
The old man's fortune will be ours in the near future anyway. What we do with it is our business. I'll buy you a souvenir if I feel like it.
Even though your father hasn't been feeling well lately. How can you travel by yourselves?
It's probably just a cold or something. Besides, it's none of my business what happens to the old man.
You and your mother are too cold. And selfish.
Huh? Do you have a problem with me?
I have nothing but complaints. What does your father and I ever do to you? How can you guys be so selfish?
You're so cocky, aren't you? You're just a housewife. I could kick you out of my house if I wanted to. But if that happens, you'll be left pennilessing on the street.
If he heard about this, I'm sure your father would get angry.
I don't care. You can't do anything with that body even if he gets angry. If that old man ever messes with me or Mom, I'm gonna get even with him. I'm gonna beat him well.
You really are a terrible person.
Hey, you home? I'm coming home now, so get the food ready. I miss American food. European food was great, but it's just not the same.
Welcome back. You've finally returned.
Oh! I forgot to get you guys a souvenir. Well, that's okay, right?
Where are you now?
I just took a cab from the nearest station. I'll be home soon. Hurry up and cook. I'm so hungry.
Again, you contact me out of the blue like that.
I want tomato soup and baked potatoes for dinner. And maybe some grilled steak. I want to eat freshly cooked bread, too.
Months away from home. Don't you care how we're doing? Your father's condition and stuff. Don't you have something to say before requesting a whole dinner menu?
I don't care about his condition. I'm tired. Get ready and cook. Quick!
I'm gonna be home before you can stop blabbing.
You're still a hopeless case, aren't you? No wonder your father abandoned you.
You better watch your mouth. You think you're the master of the house now because we've been gone for 2 months?
Whatever.
I was just stating a fact.
Hey! What happened to the house? Where are you and the old man? Why is the house gone? Why is the land being cleared?
You should have seen this coming. That's what happens when you take things too far.
What are you talking about? What happened?
I warned you, didn't I? I said even if your father would be angry, didn't I?
So, explain to me what's going on. Mom is just sitting here in shock. Did the old man do this?
We tore down the house and sold the land.
Huh? Are you kidding?
It wasn't me, it was your father. Oh, and that's not all. He changed all of his assets into money, like cars, etc.
What on earth is that old man doing?
Shortly after you guys left, your father contacted his realtor, lawyer, and accountant. A week later, we moved all our stuff out of the house. The demolition happened so fast, I was surprised too.
Where are you now?
I'm staying at my parents' house for now. Your father paid for my flight and all the money to move out of the house.
How dare you do this? Who told you it was okay to do this?
I told you, your father made the decision. And we're getting a divorce too. I'm sorry you're tired from your trip, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle that too.
You don't get to decide on your own.
It's because you went on a trip without asking me. I'll make sure the process is handled through a divorce attorney. Your father paid for my legal fees, so that helped.
That feeble old man. He seriously did all this just to corner us? But still, I can't believe it demolished the house. He's nuts.
You guys really made your father angry. Also, he did this for me too. He said he would punish you for me.
And he paid your legal fees? He even paid for your move?
He said if I were getting a divorce, he would work with me to make it as favorable to me as possible. Like the property division and stuff. Also, your father is divorcing your mother. He said he had nothing to do with her anymore.
Think of how my mom would feel. What is she supposed to do if she gets divorced at her age?
You did the same thing to me.
That was just a threat. I was never gonna dump you.
This is all your own fault. No matter how coldly you treated him, your father never said a word. So you guys just went with it. You both took his kindness for granted.
You're kidding me. We let him live with us, and he should thank us for it. Even after the old man became disabled, we still let him live with us.
Why should he thank you guys for that? He was happier moving out of the house. If he stayed home, he would only be treated coldly by you and your mother.
Shut up. Old people, they're happiest at home.
You kept your father in the house because you were stingy with the money. It costs a lot to put him in a nursing home. But if you let me take care of him, there's no cost, and that's convenient.
You're good for nothing. I gave you a job. You're trash. You're a joke. Don't you guys think you can get away with this?
You still take such a high-handed attitude. I'm really stunned by you.
Whatever the old man does, I'm the heir to his fortune. Answer me. Where's the old man? I'm gonna take all his fortune away from him.
Your father is in a nursing home. And I think his fortune is pretty much gone. Your father paid in advance for his 5 years nursing home cost. The cost of a nursing home is so expensive. All the money and savings he made from selling things are almost gone.
Almost?
The fortune is your father's, so it's up to him how he wants to use it. There's nothing you can do about it now. Unfortunately, I doubt there's any money for you to inherit. Because there is nothing left.
Tell me where the old man is.
Are you going to hit him? Then I won't tell you. I've alerted the nursing home that his family may try to harm him. If you go visit, you'll probably be accompanied by security guard.
Stop mocking me.
You just did what we had to do to protect ourselves. How much longer are you going to keep up with that attitude? You should have a better understanding of the position you're in.
Good morning. I'm sorry about last night. I got mad and said a lot of terrible things to you. Again, I'd like to have a discussion with you.
I don't care. I'm used to getting this attitude from you. So is your father.
I treated my father terribly, too. My mom and I are both sorry for what we've done. I'm so sorry.
Oh. You've changed your attitude a lot. You seem to have finally figured it out. Our positions have been completely reversed.
I just realized we were a little too selfish.
Are you trying to win over me? You're worried about a property division, aren't you? If I take your property, you'll have nothing left.
My mom is broke now. I'll have to take care of her financially.
Yes, that's right. Your mother has never had a job, and I don't think she can even find a job.
So I'm trying to leave some savings on the table.
In other words?
I want a 50-50 split of the property. Please.
No. I don't want to.
Are you serious?
You have been so selfish all this time. That's enough. Why don't you try to live modestly and without luxuries from now on?
It's not like we're short on money. But I can't live like this.
But you still have a job. Your mother has her pension, too.
Still, it's a far cry from what he used to be. How could she suddenly reduce her quality of life after decades of living in luxury?
How naive are you at this point? You two have no choice but to reduce your quality of life. There's no other option. There's no way you can do what you've been doing, no matter how much your mother cries and screams.
That's not what I'm saying.
You can't afford to be extravagant anymore either. You should have had a better paying job. You didn't choose a job seriously, because you thought you were going to inherit all your father's fortune.
I didn't think you would make such a crazy move. I can't believe you demolished the house.
Your father didn't hesitate. He said he had nothing but bad memories of that house. He built that house for his family. I really felt sorry for him.
No matter how angry he was, he didn't have to go this far, did he?
Doesn't that mean his resentment was that deep? I only lived there for 5 years since I married you. But your father left with you guys for decades. Kind people are indeed scary when they get angry. I can't believe you were so easily abandoned. Guess we found out who was the baggage. My husband and I then proceeded with our divorce through the attorney. I was able to prove the emotional distress I was suffering from my husband. Most of the property became mine. As for the property division between my ex-husband's father and mother, his mother's share was none. And my ex-father-in-law and I each got divorced. My ex-husband and his mother lived together, but they couldn't suddenly drop their standard of living. Because his mother tried to live the same way she did when she was spoiled by my ex-father-in-law's money. My ex-husband had no choice but to go into debt, and that's why he and his mother's relationship crumbled. I reconnected with my childhood friend shortly after I moved back to my hometown and we started dating. And then we got married. I was so concerned about my ex-father-in-law that I went to see him once a year. He died exactly 5 years later. He got cancer in his later years. He lived until the last minute to ensure the cost he had already paid was not refunded to his son. I guess that's how much he resented him.
Hey, Jenna! How dare you fight in school? They say I didn't remind you. Do you have a problem? They blame me for the fight at school that affected me.
Why are you blaming me? They challenged me first. They say I'm a destructive person. How can I accept this?
But you're an adult now. Please rethink your actions so as not to affect those around you. So then you fight them over this. And you want to express yourself, right?
I didn't do anything if they didn't block my way. I just defended myself.
What? Do you defend yourself? Your self-defense is fighting because they challenge you? Okay, so about the shops in the city. If that was self-defense, then what about stealing from shops in the city?
I didn't do that. I just tried on some clothes. I didn't steal anything.
Jenna, I can't believe that you're the one who stole from the clothing store and sent a video of it to my parents.
I didn't do that. I was just trying on clothes. You have to believe me.
But why is there a video proving that you stole? You did it and showed irresponsibility by not thinking about the consequences of sending that video to my parents.
This has nothing to do with you. I don't know who sent the video and I don't want to talk about it anymore. Our parents always favor you. You get new clothes and fancy gadgets for studying while I have to use your hand-me-downs. It's not fair.
I understand how you feel, but it's not my fault that our parents do this. And just because they give me things doesn't mean I don't appreciate them or take them for granted.
But you never say anything about it. You act like it's normal.
I have talked to our parents about this before. And I think it's important for us to communicate with them as a family if we want things to change. But yelling at them won't solve anything.
But it's not just about the things they give you. It's about the attention and love they show you.
They always care about you, Jenna. They try to give you what they can. Indeed, this doesn't concern me, but you did something wrong and it's not worthy of forgiveness. What about the school that Dad introduced you to? My parents had to worry because of you, and I was also affected by your actions. What about the school that Dad introduced you to? Did you run away from school?
But I told you that I didn't do it. And about running away from school, I just wanted to avoid some issues and I didn't mean to bother anyone.
I can't believe this! Your father arranged for you to attend a new school to help secure a better future for you, but you ran away from school and engaged in inappropriate behavior.
I don't understand why you're so upset. I like this carefree lifestyle and don't want to go to school anymore.
But education is crucial in everyone's life. You need to understand that studying will help you achieve a better future and reach your dreams. If you don't study, you won't be able to accomplish that.
I'm tired of going to school. I don't want to continue studying. And my actions are just because I like them, not because of anyone else.
Your failure to attend classes on time and running away from school will affect your future. Your parents arranged for you to attend a new school to secure a better future for you, so you need to appreciate that and not engage in inappropriate behavior.
But your running away from school caused my parents to worry about you.
They arranged for you to go to a new school, but you ran away again and did things that weren't right. You need to think more carefully about your actions and your responsibility to your family and future education.
My life is my choice. You have no right to dictate what I do. And even my parents, I don't care. Go away, Maddie. Get out of my life. Hi, Maddie. Long time no see. I guess I don't remember this sister of mine.
Jenna, what's up?
It's not that I want to tell you. But I'm sure you'll be happy.
What is it, Jenna? You sound excited. Hope you don't fight and steal anymore, Jenna. We've had to take care of that for you, and that's enough.
Why do you have to overdo it? It's just a small thing. The thing is, I had a baby, Maddie.
OMG. Oh, come on, Jenna. You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm not kidding. My baby is 1 year old now.
Really? So where's the father of the baby? And why are you telling me about this, Jenna?
The child's father is a man I know at the bar. He is very handsome, so we have been married for 1 year. We're moving back to my parents' house, and you have the largest room in the house. Will you give it to us and move out of the house?
Jenna, you have a problem with your brain, right? Not a single word of greetings for parents or family members that went missing. Came here just to kick me out of the house and take it? Don't dream stupid things. It is not here.
Why do you have to make it so difficult for us? The baby is so cute, he will love you very much. I believe it will be very popular because of its handsomeness. It will definitely be a famous model. So you just let us stay in your room and it will surely pay you back in the future.
You're being too paranoid. Still don't rely on other people all day. What about your parents? They will not agree for you.
Won't you help me? You just need to give your room to my kid. Either way, there will be enough room for everyone.
What? You also make me laugh with your paranoia. I just want to come back home for my parents to take care of me and the baby. They're under no obligation to clean up your mess, Maddie.
Maddie, this has nothing to do with you. If you don't help me, that's fine, I'll still talk to my parents. Then they will have to agree to this too.
So you will come back here as a thief and raise a poor child. Don't insult me, it's just that I ran out of money, so I borrowed them temporarily. Wouldn't their parents pay for them? You asked them to be responsible to you, so why are you willing to give up your family so easily until you put all this garbage and then that garbage, you throw it to us with a claim of responsibility? But what did you do to solve your family problem before? Why did you abandon us, and now you come back just to take care of your own child?
Okay. I was wrong, I know it. But I just can't contact them yet. Because my parents force me to learn things I don't like, that's all. Just make the story up like that. I don't know why you are so hard on me.
I can't believe it, Jenna. You left us behind, and now you come back just to talk about how you will live with us to take care of your family? Then you continue to steal from the shops. Honestly, I'm ashamed to have a sister like you.
Just borrow it, but you will help me pay that amount. Well, I just stole some things from a few stores and they caught me. Now they won't let me back in and they've put my name up so everyone knows I'm not supposed to be there.
When did it happen?
Just last week.
Wait, what? Again? You stole from stores? Why would you do that?
I didn't have any money and I needed some things. I know it was wrong, but I didn't think I'd get caught.
That's not okay, Jenna. You can't just take things without paying for them.
I know. I messed up. But now I need your help. I owe the stores some money and I don't know how I'm going to pay it back. Can you help me pay for it?
This is insane. You're still stealing and now you want me to bail you out?
I'm sorry, Maddie. I know it was stupid, but I don't know what else to do. I promise I'll pay you back.
No way, Jenna. I'm not going to enable this behavior. You need to take responsibility for your actions and figure out a way to make things right.
Then I'll talk to my parents, they'll let us.
Jenna!
Hi, Maddie. Are you free? I need to talk to you for a bit.
Hi, Mom. Of course, I'm free. What's up?
I want to tell you that Jenna is not doing well health-wise.
Oh, why is that, Mom? Is she sick?
Yes, she's struggling. I allowed her to come back to our home, but since then, things have not been easy.
Why did you allow her to come back in the first place? We've had issues with her before.
I know, but at the time she said she had nowhere else to go and I couldn't let her live on the streets. But now I don't know what to do anymore. She doesn't listen to us and always creates all sorts of trouble for the family.
That's frustrating. I think we need to find a solution to help Jenna.
I'm also trying to figure. Maddie, there's one more thing I want to tell you about Jenna. After she came back to our house, she got married again and even got married for the third time.
Wow, I didn't expect that. But why did she get married multiple times?
Her first husband divorced her because she abandoned their child. She never told him about it and they got divorced almost immediately when she found out she was pregnant.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. And what about her second husband?
She only lived with her second husband for 5 weeks before getting divorced because she pushed him off a cliff when she was drunk.
That's terrible. And what about her third husband?
They lasted for 8 months before getting divorced because she tore up family photos when his mother objected to their relationship.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Jenna must have undergone some kind of therapy, right?
I think so, but she has never been willing to accept it, which makes everything even more difficult. Jenna has been processed by a psychologist and they said she is a dysfunctional and awful person.
So where does she live now?
She lives alone near my house so that she can visit her son regularly. But most of the time when she comes here, she just drinks and leaves after greeting her son.
That's unfortunate. And how did I hear news about my sister getting married?
I just received news that Jenna is getting married to a man who is over 10 years older than her after only 3 months of dating. I told her she needs to think carefully, but she still decided to get married because she wants to raise her son properly.
That's really sad. And what did Dad say to her?
Dad advised her to reconsider her decision and take responsibility for her son. But she just ignored that advice and commented that her parents are selfish and want to grab her attention.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. And did Jenna ask for your opinion on her future?
Sadly, a few nights ago, she asked me about my opinion on her future husband. I told her I didn't know him but felt she was making a wrong choice. I reminded her that she already had a child that she didn't raise well for the past 2 years.
That's really frustrating. I think she needs to understand that raising a child is a huge responsibility and should not be taken lightly. We need to help her more. I'm really speechless to Jenna. Things get worse when she's not aware of her actions.
I'm feeling a little upset, to be honest. I had a conversation with Jenna yesterday and it didn't go well.
What happened again?
Well, I found out that she's pregnant by a man she barely knows. I tried to talk to her about it and make sure she understood the risks, but she got very defensive and called me a crappy sister. I ended up telling her that she was a crappy person and walking out.
Oh no, Mom. That sounds like a tough situation.
It is. And to make matters worse, my parents called me afterward and said that Jenna had told them about the conversation. They agreed with me, but they also said that I should have been nicer since Jenna was very upset.
I can understand why you would feel upset, especially if you were just trying to help her.
Yes, exactly. I just want what's best for her and her unborn child. But now I feel like our relationship is strained.
Maybe you could try reaching out to her again? I see that she completely does not understand you, only interested in getting married or not. All you do want good for her.
Either way, she's my granddaughter, your sister, so I hope she understands that.
Yes, I think it will understand your decision. Then I'll talk to Maddie.
Okay, so I'll give it a try and see how it goes.
All right, Mom. Hey Jenna, what's been going on? I wanted to talk to you about something that's been bothering me.
Maddie, what's up?
Well, I was at your place last night and it was a mess. There were beer cans on the floor, cigarette cartons smashed up, cigarette butts everywhere, holes in the wall, and cigarette burns in the carpet. To say that I was disgusted would be an understatement.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It was just a party, things got out of hand.
But that's not my biggest concern. I still think you'd be a bad mom and that you're unreliable.
Whoa, hold on. You have no right to judge me like that. You aren't married, have no children, and haven't moved out of your apartment since graduating.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Jenna. You're making bad choices, but nobody can point that out to you because you get defensive. And it's not fair, especially because your choices have an impact on others and mine don't.
I hear you, Maddie, but it's my life and I should be able to make my own choices.
Of course, but you also have to act like a grown-up and take responsibility for your actions. You can't just keep brushing things under the rug and expecting everything to be okay.
That's none of your business, my child. I know what to do myself. You're nothing.
You have been blocked by this user account.
It wasn't long before I heard that her sister decided to run away from her current husband due to the pressure of having a baby. But the story did not work out because the husband found out and they decided to divorce. My parents decided to take her home to take care of her and the grandchild would be taken care of by me. This makes me feel lucky to have been able to protect it under the wrong and bad care. I hope she will change for the better for her life and the child herself. Am I doing the right thing? Hey, can I have a moment of your time? There's something I need to discuss with you.
You want to have a discussion about something? Through text messages? Why not speak to me in person instead of choosing another method? I mean, we live under the same roof after all. There's nothing amiss with having a conversation in person, you know?
Well, have you ever thought that maybe I just don't want to talk to you in person? Frankly, the very idea of talking to you face to face and looking at your visage causes me to feel queasy.
Sweetie. There's really no need to use such awful language with me. I was just making a suggestion.
Don't call me sweetie and stop trying to be my mom. You'll never be her, got it? You may have been married to my dad, but you will never be my mother ever. So stop telling me what to do. I hate it when you do that.
I see what you mean, and I am sorry if I overstepped a boundary somewhere. I didn't mean to do that. But I really don't see why something as small as this needs to turn into such a huge fight. I mean, I've been married to your father for 10 years now. We've lived together a whole decade. I would just have thought we would have gotten along better by now. Especially now more than ever, since your poor father passed. It's just the two of us, so we'll have to learn to get along better.
What? No way am I living with you any longer than I have to. I want you out of the house as soon as possible. Do you hear me?
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but you want me to leave the house.
Yeah, that's what I just said. That is what I wanted to talk to you about in the first place. Actually, I've been wanting to say this to you since Dad's funeral began the other day. Now that he's dead, you're not his wife and there's nothing else holding us together as family. You're nothing to either my dad nor I now, do you understand? And as such you have no right to be staying in this house any longer. That is why I want you out of here as soon as possible.
Wait. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, but I think that I'm following here. Where's all of this coming from all of a sudden?
Didn't you read what I just wrote? This isn't just all of a sudden, okay? You never listened to me. I never wanted you here and I never wanted you and my dad to get married. I have always been trying to think of ways to get you out of this house and now I have the perfect reason. I only have one mom even if she did walk out on us years ago. And that's why I hate you so much. You just barged into our lives pretending to be someone you're not. Do you really think I could ever live with someone I felt that way about? Do you even think I would want something like that? That is why I'm taking this chance to kick you out so I never have to deal with you in my life ever again.
But... Okay, look, Salim, I have known since before we got married that you never liked me. Maybe even hated me, but I pretended not to see it. But to try and force me out of the home where I'd been living the past 10 years of my life so soon after the funeral.
That's right, and since Dad's dead, there's no one left who will speak up for you. No one else who let you into her home. Full of memories of my family, my real mom and dad, and just let you mess it all up. Besides, this house was my dad's, which means it's mine now and I can do whatever I want with it. So just hurry up and leave already.
But Salim, if I leave now you'll be all by yourself in this big place. Have you ever lived on your own before? Do you even know how to take care of yourself?
Of course I can take care of myself. I'm 18 soon and that's technically an adult. It's no big deal living by yourself. Do you think I'm too weak or stupid to be able to? Are you just making fun of me now?
No, Salim, of course I'm not trying to look down on you in any way. I would never. I'm just worried about you is all. Chores and cooking are one thing, but how will you get money to afford everything that comes with living alone?
Shut up and get off my back. I thought I told you that you're not my mom and you shouldn't try to be.
But you're gonna be in college soon. I'm just wondering from where you're gonna find the money you need to survive. I mean, even what you inherited from your dad won't last forever, you know?
Well, who asked you to worry about me anyways? I certainly don't remember ever asking for your input. As for money, I'll think of something and make my own way in life.
I really don't think it'll be as simple to do as you think.
How many times do I have to tell you, just mind your own business? This is why I hate talking to you. Just leave me alone already, okay? Why don't you go pack your stuff and leave like I told you?
Well, I guess if that's really how you feel about everything, then I really have no choice but to go. But can you at least give me some more time to prepare my things? I understand you want me out as soon as possible. But even so, it's not that simple, and I have lots of things I'd need to get done before I could make that happen. I haven't even gone through all your dad's things to sort through them.
No. I won't be letting you do that. Who knows what you might try to steal if I let you go through all my dad's stuff. And besides, if I let you stay any longer then you'll just find some reason to extend your stay. And so on and nothing will change. Did you really think I'd let you get away with that? Now I want you out of the house by the time we finish with the funeral processes. I'm his daughter, which means that I get to choose who lives in his house after he's gone. And I've decided the one person the Peter house definitely doesn't need is you. So if you really understand where I'm coming from, then you'll just shut up, pack your things, and leave.
I understand. I guess I just never realized just how strongly you felt about living together with me. I'll leave the house, I promise. And I promise that I'll never come back once I'm gone. But I just want to let you know that things might get really tough for you once I'm gone. You're not going to regret this, are you?
Me? Regret kicking you out? As if. It'll be more like a dream come true than anything.
Salim, I'm just texting to let you know that I finished moving all of my things out of the house. I also wanted to thank you for everything until now, even if we didn't always get along.
And just who told you it was okay for you to be texting me? Did I ever ask about how the move was going for you? Did I mention anything about needing a report? I think I'll just go ahead and block you. If you aren't gonna respect the fact that I never want to hear from you again.
No, you're right. I'm sorry for reaching out like this. You'll never have to see me again after this, I promise. But I do just have one last thing, concerning rent for the house. I know that this month has been a lot, so you won't have to pay this time, but starting from next month, I'm going to be collecting rent from you.
Rent? For what? The house? What are you even talking about?
Well, yes. I'm talking about the house actually. Because we've been living together as a family this whole time, it wasn't necessary, but since you don't want anything to do with me as a family anymore, that just makes me your landlord now.
Have you lost your mind or something? Just why should I have to pay you rent to keep living in my dad's house?
Why? You ask? Well, because the house is actually mine.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I don't understand.
What? Oh, Salim, had you not heard about that? Yes, I hold the deed to the house where we all used to live.
What? That's not true. You're just lying to me. I've always lived here even before you and my dad got married. This house belongs to my family. You don't own this place, you're just lying.
Well, yes, your dad did used to have the title to the house. But I actually bought the title of the house from him some 6 or 7 years ago now, I believe. You see, your grandma was tricked by one of those telephone scammers and lost a lot of money. You might have been too young to remember, but it was a disaster for her. Well, that's when I stepped in and offered to help pay for all the debt your grandma had accumulated. Your dad was so grateful that he offered me the house then and there.
And just where did you come into so much money? I never once seen you go to work in the whole time that I've known you. You're just a housewife.
A housewife? Oh, Salim, that is just not true. I run my own company. Did you really not know about that at all?
You do what? Since when was this?
All the operations are handled online, so all the staff work remotely. We don't even have an office we could all commute to if we wanted to. I guess it would be hard to guess just because I do actually spend so much time at home. But a lot of that time I'm essentially working as company president.
That's not true. You keep lying to me.
Salim, it's not a lie, I swear it. That is how I was able to help out your grandma after she was scammed.
So you're telling me the truth?
Of course I am. I wouldn't lie to you. Do you believe me when I say the house is actually mine? Anyways, next month's rent is $2,000, okay?
$2,000? There's no way I can afford to pay that.
Well, you can't just live in a place you don't own and not pay rent. Furthermore, I recall you mentioning that being a grown-up means having the capability to pave one's own path, right?
Well, yeah, I said that. But I didn't know about all that other stuff until just now.
Well, what did you think was gonna happen? Did you think you could just come and make me cough up money for you whenever you needed it? Were you planning on trying to get me to pay for everything, while you bragged about having your house? I mean, I know an independent adult such as yourself would never.
No. Of course I wasn't planning on trying to get money out of you. It's just the $2,000 is a lot to pay all of a sudden.
Well, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I own the property. So if you're going to be kicking me out to live on your own, then you'll have to pay the rent to the landlord who happens to be me.
But wait. Truly we can talk this out.
Well, how about I cut you a deal? I won't make you pay a rent for the first 3 months. But after that, if I don't see any money, I'm gonna have to kick you out. Anyways, I'm a little busy right now, so we'll have to continue this talk later. I'll send all the rental paperwork to you this week. Keep an eye on your mailbox until then. Okay, see you.
Wait. Don't go. We aren't done yet. Maya, are you there? I have something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, Salim. Sure, what can I do for you?
Well, the thing is, I guess what I wanted to ask is, I'm just wondering if you've forgiven me yet.
Forgiven you? For what? What are you talking about?
Well, it's just that. I guess earlier I might have possibly lost my temper a bit and... Well, anyways, I've calmed down a bit now and realized that I might have made a little mistake.
I'm sorry, but I don't quite know what you're talking about. I realize this might be hard for you right now. But could you please just tell me what exactly you're talking about?
I'm trying, but... I guess what I'm trying to tell you really is that I think if you wanted to come back home now, that'd be okay with me.
Oh, really? Did something change? I feel you just threw me out of the house. Why the sudden turn?
Well, yes. I did do that. But then with you gone, I guess I kind of realized just how much you did around the house. And how much there is to do without you. So I guess that's why.
I think you should just really say what you're actually thinking. It would save us both so much time. But if you're starting to see that managing a house all on your own is hard work, then yes. I completely agree with you. Therefore, I assume that you are unable to afford the rent and have reconsidered evicting me.
I mean, if you worded like that then.
You know, even if I decided to pass up on everything that Peter left me in the will and give it to you, I still don't think you'd have enough to be able to buy the house back from me anyways. And even if you used it to pay rent on this place, unless you found a job to help supplement that, you'd burn through your inheritance pretty quickly, I'd bet. And all of that is not even mentioning all the other expenses you'd be paying that weren't rent.
Well, yeah. That's kind of what I'm figuring out. And on top of that, it is so hard to keep a place this big clean. And I hate having to cook for myself every day. On top of all that, I have my classes and homework to worry about. Plus, I have to think of how I can afford the rent. It's just been making me feel ill both physically and mentally.
But of course it is. I figured that living on your own might be especially hard for someone like you. I hope the cooking is going well because I don't remember you helping out in the kitchen once ever. And yet for some reason you thought you were ready to maintain a whole house by yourself.
You're right. And I guess I just never realized all the things that you actually did do for all of us when we lived together. That's why I want to really sincerely apologize for the bratty attitude that I treated you with the other day. I promise to never throw you out of the house again. You always pretended not to see how I really felt about you. But I don't want you to do that anymore. I promise that I'll do my best to see that we get along. So please come back.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I just apologized.
You hated me so much that you couldn't hold back from throwing me out of my own house, just days after your dad's funeral. And now you only want me to come back, because you're getting a taste of the real world, and you're realizing that it's not so easy on your own. I mean, have you put any thought into how you're gonna go on like this?
But I apologized. I thought about what I did and realized just how much trouble I caused you over the years. Please, I'm sorry. What else can I say?
And I think that you're just saying that you're sorry. But the only real reason that you want me back is because you've realized how hard it is to do things on your own. So now you want the person that used to cook and clean for you to come back and do all that once again.
No. That's not true, I promise. I really do want to make up with you and try and be friends.
Well, that's the thing, Salim, I don't. I mean, come to think of it, I don't really have a single happy memory of interacting with you. I have worked so hard for so many years to try and get you to notice and appreciate me. But all you've done for the past 10 years is either ignore me or hurl abuse at me. You've only ever used my presence in this house for your own convenience. Even if you didn't realize it until just now. I really don't think I owe you the forgiveness you're looking for.
Please don't say that. Surely we can talk this out. Please. Mom. I'm begging you.
I thought you and I were nobody to each other. Anyways, I'll be expecting next month's rent soon. I'll send you my bank info soon, you can just make the payments through there. Okay, see you.
Wait. Please. It wasn't supposed to happen this way.
I apologize, I reflected on my actions. Please, come back to me. Salim repeatedly apologized, but it became evident that her underlying reasons were to avoid household chores and paying rent. Due to Salim's attitude, I reached out to Peter's older sister, who agreed to take Salim in and teach her some manners before college. After all, she raised 5 kids, 2 boys, 3 girls, who all are now exemplary adults. I had confidence in Peter's older sister's ability to teach Salim housekeeping, accounting, and manners. I'm taking care of their old empty house until the day Salim becomes independent and able to take care of herself. When that day comes, I plan to leave the house to her no strings attached and finally take my leave from her life. Although I don't wish to live with Salim again, as the daughter of the person I loved, I hope that she finds happiness in the future.
Hey Jolie, how's it going?
Not too bad, thanks. But I've been having a bit of a tough time with my twin brother lately. And how about you?
I'm doing okay, but what's been going on?
Well, our parents have always made us compete with each other for their attention and affection. It's really taken a toll on our relationship.
That sounds really tough. What kind of things do they make you compete over?
It's all kinds of things. For example, if one of us gets better grades at the end of the month, we get $100. And whenever we have sports games on the same day, our parents will go to the game of the twin that they like more at the moment. And it's only when we get good grades that our parents take care of us. I'm so tired of this.
Wow, that sounds really unfair. Have you tried talking to your parents about how this is affecting you and your brother?
Yeah, we've tried talking to them about it before, but they just don't seem to listen. They're so focused on competing with each other themselves that they don't see how it's hurting us. They say that capable people have no right to be interested in them.
That's really unfortunate. Have you and your brother talked about ways to improve your relationship despite your parents' behavior?
We have, but it's hard. Sometimes it feels like we're still competing with each other, even though we don't want to be.
I can imagine. Maybe it would be helpful for you and your brother to focus on your own individual.
I know this, but it's hard because I'm not good at school, so my parents won't pay attention to what I say.
But you're their child, so can they understand you?
Usually they don't care about my efforts, they only care about the results. Last week the results weren't good, so my parents didn't care about me, they ignored me and only cared about Dai. He won a scholarship, so his words to my parents are important.
Do you ever feel like our parents are constantly comparing us to each other and to you, our bro Dai?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about grades or friends, it's everything. They always have a favorite and it changes all the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Why don't you ask them to stop thinking nonsense just to satisfy their own satisfaction?
Ugh, it's so frustrating. Sometimes they talk about how much it hurts my feelings, and sometimes we end up arguing about it for hours. I get into arguments with Dai too. He always seems to be the golden child in their eyes, and it feels like I'm always playing catch-up.
It's not fair to any of you. That's bad, Jolie. Your parents are so bad, they treat you like a slave.
I can't tell my parents about this, it's really hard because they don't listen to me.
Maybe you and your bro should try to support each other rather than tear each other down.
Thanks, Clytus.
Hey Jolie, I need a favor from you.
Sure, what kind of favor?
Well, I was wondering if you would be interested in stealing $10,000 from parents' wallet. And if you do it, I'll split the money with you.
What? Are you crazy? Why would you even suggest something like that? That money is not something you can touch.
Look, I really need the money. The allowance my parents give me is just not enough. Do you really think that little money can satisfy me? You also know that a little money, it's as small as a fingernail, can't afford me enough to buy branded goods.
Fashionable clothes! How can you afford to buy?
How can you be so stupid? The scholarship amount, of course, but it's not enough for my upcoming purchase.
But I don't think you need to use those things.
Come on, my friends use it. I can't be like you, like a country girl who doesn't know what beautiful clothes are all day.
That's no excuse to steal money from them. You can't just take advantage of your parents like that.
I know, but I'm really desperate. And I trust you, Jolie. You're my little sis.
But what you said is impossible. It's not true, Di. I will not support you.
Okay, so don't try to ask the people stuck in the family for money to buy new things. With your small mind like a mouse can never help you get what you want.
I'm sorry, Di. But I can't help you with something like this. It's wrong and illegal. You should find another way to get the money you need.
You're stupid! Just admit it! Jolie! The money you have can help you buy many things. Don't you want this too? Stop staying home all day and claiming that you're fine while you're poor as dirt. Do you know what people say about you at school? It's really bothersome to me how cheap and unsophisticated you appear compared to my friends when people ask about you. If you had that kind of money, you should consider changing your dressing style, as it looks both unattractive and outdated.
You are insulting me. I never thought I would have a sibling like you. If you want to play around, fine. But trying to mock and insult me through your friends, is that really a good thing to do?
Who do you think you are, little sister? This is an order for you to do it.
I won't do it, but feel free to go tattle to Mom. Maybe she'll have some pity for you and give you $100.
What did you say? Huh? Shut your mouth. I'm your older sibling. Don't use that condescending tone with me, Jolie. Let me see who you'll go tattle to. I'm sure they'll listen to you. You don't have to try so hard because your pitiful achievements are just an embarrassment to this household. Nobody pays much attention to your efforts anyway.
No matter what you say, I won't help you with this foolishness. You think you're my older sibling and can order me around to do senseless things just because it serves your personal agenda? Think again! That's utterly ridiculous. I know everything you've hidden in the room, Di. You've been hiding cigarettes in the room, and I've stayed silent for a long time.
What? Are you threatening me, right? Fine then, so you'll help me with this, won't you? We'll split the money, considering that both you and I benefit from this trip.
No. I'm not going to help you with this. I don't want to get involved in this anymore, so please leave me alone. If you keep bothering me about this, I will tell our parents how you hide cigarettes.
Oh, I'm so scared now. Fine then. Whatever you want. But I have no idea what happened to you, Jolie.
It's up to you, Di. Di, did you do something sneaky behind my back?
What are you talking about? Please don't ask meaningless questions. I didn't do anything.
Do you believe that your words are disgusting? Di, I can't trust you. Mom found $10,000 in my room and she thinks I took it. Do you have any idea how that could have ended up there?
Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't take any money from Mom. Why would I do that?
Oh, come on, Di. You're the only other person who had access to my room besides me. I'm sure you know something about this.
I really don't. I swear. Why would I risk stealing money from our own mother? That's crazy.
Well, if you didn't take the money, then how did it end up in my room? Mom is furious with me and she thinks I'm lying to her. This is all your fault!
My fault? How can you say that? I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe someone else put the money in your room without us knowing.
Yeah, right. Like who? It doesn't make sense. You're just trying to cover your tracks.
No, Jolie, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know anything about the missing money. Maybe we should talk to Mom together and try to figure out what happened. LOL.
Ugh, fine. But if you're lying to me, you better watch out. I won't let you get away with this.
Is that so, Jolie? Didn't I already tell you? Go tell your mom. She'll probably understand and be sympathetic towards you. Wow. When you don't have anyone's support, it's quite depressing. It's a tragic tale. LOL.
Di, stop laugh! Did you take Mom's keys? Maybe use them to get into my room and leave the money there.
Well, Jolie, don't doubt without basis.
Why would I do that? And even if I did have the keys, I wouldn't put money in your room without telling you. That's ridiculous.
But Mom's key is missing. How else could someone have gotten into my room?
It doesn't have to be me.
You're just trying to deny everything. I can't believe you would do this to me. This is so frustrating. I trusted you as my twin brother, but now I don't even know if I can trust you.
Hey! Stop it!
I can't believe our parents locked me up in a room and scolded me for an hour because they thought I stole this sum. Doesn't it seem unfair to treat me like that?
I didn't do anything. I'm not sure why they would accuse you of stealing.
Don't act so innocent. You have done what you must know. They think you're the good child who wouldn't steal, so they automatically assume I must be lying and trying to blame you. It's not fair. And on top of that, they called me a pervert.
Oh? Really? Well, pretty true, right?
That's what you tell me, after all this. The punishment for this story is getting our credit cards suspended for a month and not being able to use our phone for a year. Die, is this what you wanted? Isolation and bad-mouthing me to our parents is what you desire?
Why are you so stupid, Jolie? I've told you time and time again that no one in this house will listen to what you say, but you don't care. As long as you steal that money, I guarantee you'll live well, but you don't listen to me.
I cannot always listen to you doing bad things like a slave. Even if I agree to help you get that money, the truth will still reveal that I am just an accomplice.
Stop it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Take your punishment.
I beg of you, please explain to my parents that these things are just your jokes and not real.
No, that will not happen. Enjoy it, little sister.
Die!
Hey, Jolie. I heard everything that happened with your family. I'm really sad to hear about it.
Yeah, it's been tough. Di really crossed the line and my parents just don't seem to get me.
If your phone was taken away, what would you use to communicate with everyone?
Luckily, I still have my laptop. My parents left it for me to study.
I can understand why you're frustrated. It's not fair that your brother treated you that way and your parents aren't listening to your ideas.
It's like they don't even care about what I have to say. I feel so trapped here.
I know it's hard, but have you considered moving to the dormitory? You won't have to deal with toxic things from your family and you'll have more freedom to pursue your goals.
I have thought about it, but I'm not ready yet. I haven't received a scholarship. And I can't afford to pay rent on my own.
Well, I might be able to help with that. I have an empty room in my family's house, and you can stay there until you win a scholarship. That way, you won't have to live with your toxic family and you can focus on your studies.
That's really kind of you, Clytus. But are you sure your family won't mind?
My family is very welcoming and they would be happy to have you. Plus, this way you can save up some money until you're able to move into the dormitory.
Thank you so much, Clytus. This means a lot to me. I'll definitely consider it.
Of course, Jolie. Just let me know if you need anything. We're friends and I want to support you in any way I can.
After a month, I was able to secure a scholarship with the help of Clytus and moved into the dormitory. Despite their change in attitude towards me, I still feel hurt by what happened because of my parents' behavior and my twin brother Di's childish actions. What should I do to let them know that their actions have caused me pain? Maybe they will change if I speak up. Hi, Liz! You look a little haggard. Is that because of my wedding with Dawn? Ha ha! I wish you're not too depressed or anything. If you were, then I might feel so bad because your husband now is my husband.
Hi, Lisa. You're so ridiculous. What do you want? There is no reason why you come here to see me. We're not that close.
Oh, I just want to check up your status. Are you happy or pissed? I guess you're alive.
You crack me up, Lisa. You're ineligible for driving me crazy.
I just want to notice you that I and Dawn will have wedding ceremony next month.
Cut the crap, sweetie. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's 1 month to the day you marry.
Haha, I didn't want you finding out that new from someone else. I think it's common courtesy to let you know myself. We've been friends for 10 years. And I considered you as my sister.
Sister? Do you have any problem with your brain? Who is your sister? You slept with my husband, lied to my face, and now you're trying to take my assets. So you call me sister? What is your definition about sister? Is it a person who having an affair behind each other back? Is that how you treat your real sister? I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't want to hear anything about you and my husband. Don't ever say that we're sister or best friend. It's hilarious.
Ex-husband. Please speak the right word. You and Dawn divorced so you can call him husband. He's mine.
Whatever. I don't care about you and Dawn anymore. Don't tease me if you want to live in peace. If not, you can't imagine what I will do to ruin both you and Dawn, Lisa. I will treat people like the way they treat me.
Oh, Pooh! Are you still angry at me? I thought you would be over him at the present. It's really not good for you to keep a grudge. It's not good for your heart and mind.
Thank for caring about my mental health, but you're the root of all problem. Stop playing innocent and get out of my face, Lisa. I'm getting over everything. That doesn't mean I forgot what you and Dawn have done.
Liz, come on, don't give me that cold shoulder. We went through so much together. There is no secret between us. We will be friends forever. Even we used to exchange clothes. Sometimes, you took my things and I took yours. So that it's okay for me to marry your ex-husband, right? I hope that you will come to our wedding.
Lisa, you didn't understand anything I told you. You had an affair with my husband and you have the audacity to invite me to your wedding? How crude up are you?
You're who didn't understand anything, Liz. I didn't steal Dawn, you know, he loves me. When we were in high school, I met Dawn first. Do you remember? You're in another class. At that time we still friend. I and Dawn were tablemate and then I introduced him to you. Dawn said that he had strong feeling of affection for me. But that time I already had a boyfriend, so he couldn't express. Then he thought that he should have someone to coincide with, and the most appreciate person is you.
What? Why didn't him told that with me? Why you are the one that tell me the truth, not him.
Liz, I know you're feeling now, but you have to calm down to listen all the truth. When you have a baby with Dawn, he was very regret, but being a man, he can't reject it. But after you lost the baby, he thought that is extrication for this loveless marriage.
What a childish man. He acted like he truly loves me. He was very sad when we lost our child. Did it all his performance?
No, Liz, he is not that kind of person. He loves the baby is real, so he decided to marry you despite he doesn't love you. But when bad thing come, he thought it a chance for him to start a new beginning.
I'm too stupid, right? I didn't know the truth and then blamed all guilty to you.
He was the one who decided to leave you and be with me. It was his choice. Besides, everyone deserves to be happy, right? I want all my friends' ANF family to know that I am happily getting married.
We were married. We were husband and wife. It's wrong to sleep with someone else's husband. You just don't do that.
Yes, I have to say sorry to you. And all I focus on is that Joe and I love each other and we belong together. Besides, I don't need anyone judging me whether I'm right or wrong. I made my deckisen and I am very happy with it. Well, we've already decided on a venue. I already sent you an invitation. You will probably get it by tomorrow, so make sure you check it.
You still decide to invite me?
It's going to be just beautiful. I can't wait. I am so excited.
Look at you. How efficient and considerate. Is it even legal to get remarried that quickly?
Yes. It wasn't a problem at all. Thank to you. So I hope you can make it. I mean, you're coming, right?
Are you kidding me? Why should I come to the wedding of the one who treated and hurt me?
You have to accept the truth and understand that he wasn't really in love with you. The very first time I met Dawn, I knew we were destined to be together. Our eyes clicked and everything was so natural, just as it was meant to be. Did you know that Dawn was really lonely all that time? I'm glad you let him go free. He is in such a better place now.
All this time, I was blaming myself for our fallout. But I'm for certain it wasn't me. I'm just angry I had to waste a year of my life.
Yes, we are. I'm just saying. It's not going to be easy for you to find a partner. I remember you used to binge eat every time you broke up with your boyfriend. Just because Joe's not around anymore, that shouldn't give you any reason to slack off.
No, I am not. I just can't believe you said that. And I won't come to your wedding. Don't looking forward for it. Please don't contact me anymore. Good luck and goodbye.
Hi, Liz. Why don't you come to my wedding? I'm sorry to suddenly reach out to you like this.
Hi, Dawn. Why are you here?
I think I have to talk face to face with you. I was really sad and felt guilty to hear you didn't come to our wedding. I was hoping you could come and celebrate this happy day together.
Has Lisa told you anything?
She said she sent you the wedding invitation but you declined. She said she doesn't know why you won't come. If you two are fighting and if it's something that can be fixed. I was hoping you can make amends and forgive us. It would mean so much to us if you can do it for us.
Dawn, I think you're missing a lot of context about this situation. Lisa, tell me all the truth that you felt relieved when we lost our baby. I can't go through it. I felt very guilty to our baby. You think it is an obstacle and it forced you to marry me. I'm so disappointed when I hear that. You didn't love me.
Liz, don't think by that negative way. I never thought and want that bad thing happen. I never ever wanted our baby got lost. When I heard you pregnant, I was very delighted and hoped to build a small family with you. When we live together, love can appear anytime. But there's unlucky situation came to our child. In that time I'm very anguished. I knew that I didn't love you, just married you because of the baby. So I think we won't happy if we continue together. Even now I struggle to describe the anguish that we felt.
Is that true?
Yes, I swear all I have told you is the truth. We should free each other. I found my love, that's Lisa. And we've been very happy together. And I think you should have left the past and move forward. You can find the one who loves you and take care of you all your life.
Yes, I can left and go on my own way. But I can't forgive Lisa.
Liz, I choose her and I am the one who decides to divorce. Stop blaming Lisa.
No, you shouldn't think I am that kind of petty person. Lisa has betrayed me. She took all my assets and invest all my saving money to the company.
What are you saying? Saving money?
Yes, when we were best friend, we have created a fund for travel. We will use it when we are older to relax. But she took all mine.
I can't believe Liz has betrayed you.
That's the thing. Lisa doesn't think much of it. She definitely doesn't think she betrayed me. At least that's not the impression I got from her.
Did she apologize to you? I hope she had her reasons and explained them to you.
No way. You knew her. She apologized, but it's not honest. At first I was so angry that I thought of suing them. But I didn't. The process is just too emotionally draining. Lisa may have you, but she can't take everything I've worked for. I won't let her ruin me completely.
I'm sorry, Liz. I don't know what she've done behind your back.
I'm sorry, Dawn, but I can't forgive Lisa. Starting a new life shouldn't involve taking my possessions and leaving me with nothing.
I understand that this is a difficult situation, but we need to find a solution that works for all of us. Dwelling on the past won't help any of us. We need to find a way to coexist peacefully. I can't change the past, but I want us to find a way to co-parent, support each other, and eventually find happiness again.
Happiness? You think I can ever be happy knowing that my best friend betrayed me and stole my husband?
I know it's hard to imagine now, but time has a way to healing wounds. We can find happiness in our separate ways.
Separate ways? She's still there, trying to take my possessions.
Liz, calm down. Let's sit down and talk about possessions. We can find a way to divide them and ensure that both of you have what we need.
So what is your solution?
I understand that forgiveness may take time, and I'm willing to give you that time.
I'll consider it, but know that I won't make it easy. Both of you have hurt me in ways I never thought possible.
I regret the pain my wife have caused you, Liz. I hope that with time, we can find a way to heal and find our own paths to happiness.
We'll see, Dawn. We'll see if there's any chance for redemption all of this.
All your money that Lisa has taken away, I will bring it back to you. Now, I am her husband, so I have to responsible for fix the mistake that she made. I'll send it to your bank account when I earn enough. And about the story of us, I think you should left everything and move on. Living in the past won't help you to develop and mature.
Thank for your recommendation. Thank you for listening to me and help me to find the solution. I will move my home and also my work. Come to a new city may make a new beginning.
That's a good idea. I hope you happy, but not the way you were with me.
Thank you. I hope you happy with your choice.
Goodbye, Liz. Thank for everything.
Hi, Lucy. I have came back from my lovely vacation in Europe.
Oh, that sounds lovely. How is your trip?
So wonderful, to be honest. I wish you could come with me. LOL, you traveled with your boyfriend. I don't want to a third wheel.
But anyways, I'm happy to hear you really enjoy your trip. You had worked a lot before, we even couldn't usually meet each other.
Yeah, that's right. I really need that trip. It's like a healing for my soul. Did you travel to somewhere in this holiday?
No, honey. My husband suddenly had a business trip on the holiday. So we decided to put off the trip till next month. My husband also promised to make it up for me, too.
Oh, your husband is so sweet.
I love him so much. He also went to Europe, honey.
Oh, is this?
Yeah, if my mind serves me right. Let me check the calendar. Yes, he went to Europe for a conference. And he will come back tomorrow.
Why don't you tell me that? I might have invited him to come along with us.
He is so busy, honey. He has to work at the conference till evening. We even don't text much. I know it and I don't want to bother him.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Hi, honey. You look so excited. Is there something good in job, right?
In fact, my job is still boring as it might seem.
But what make you so happy?
My boyfriend bought me a luxury bag. He bought it for me when we were in Europe last week. I can't wait to wear this bag at work, and I got so much compliment from my coworkers. I'm so thankfully to my guy.
Wow, that's amazing. I know you are a big fan of bag. Your boyfriend is so mindful. He treats you so well. Which brand is this bag from?
Oh, it's Gookie bag with a premium leather quality. I have sent you the image. It's such a masterpiece, right?
What? This bag is identical to mine. My husband also bought it for me after his business trip in Europe. He just gave me last night.
Oh, really?
Look at your image you sent. Your boyfriend wrote you a card, right?
Yes, he is so romantic as usual.
This card is 100% the same as mine. And the handwriting is so identical, too. You make me sus, honey. Honey. I don't have a good feeling for this thing.
Okay. I think it's right time to tell you the truth. I love your husband so much. And we have been dating for a while.
What? Are you kidding me? Is this a joke or something?
Your husband also wants to marry me. We plans to throw a wedding at the end of this year.
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
Is this hard to understand? I'm telling your husband is replacing you as a wife. He definitely chooses a better wife who is compatible to him. That's all.
I am the one who is his wife forever. Not you.
Why not? I stole your husband. That's the truth.
This is insane. You're not going to steal him. So just stop.
Why wouldn't I? I am so in love with your husband right after the first look. He's so charming with a muscle body. What a body!
Hey, stop it. But why did you do that? I'm your best friend. We have been knowing each other for 10 years.
Huh, best friend? Don't you know that best friends should give each other the best things they have? Like a bag, a car, money, and now like your husband. Your husband is your best thing. Why can't I resist myself? What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind?
It turns out that your boyfriend I always mention is my husband?
Yes, you're right. As I have said, best friends should share best things together. You don't need to make things more serious. Look at you, Lucy.
What?
You aren't as gorgeous as me. As smart as me. Why you have such a great husband that I have never met? I am always jealous with you. The guys I have dated before is smart but poor or rich but ugly. Your husband is like the perfect man in the world. He is also working at a big firm. In our last vacation, he didn't hesitate to spend money for me. He can say yes with every request.
But when did these things start?
Don't you ever realize? Or be suspect? How silly you are.
Hey. Watch your mouth.
Remember the time that you let your husband take me home after the party at your house? I was totally drunk that day. So I saw your husband so handsome and sexy. He still stayed over a little bit and I realized we were meant to be.
What? My husband went back home late. It turned out he had stayed with you.
Yes, now you know that. We talked a lot at my house. After he got home that day, I looked all over the internet and also on social media to find all the information I could on him. I set up a plan where I would meet him just by coincidence. Of course, I had already looked up his location and everything beforehand. It worked and we were able to exchange contact information and everything. That was great. I am so glad I found out about him.
So wait. When you said that you stole my husband, does that possibly mean you guys were dating behind my back?
Oh, poor Lucy. It has been 2 months. We got to know each other little by little, you know. It wasn't before long that he really fell in love with me. Finally, he knelt on one knee. You are the one I really want to marry. Feel like I'm the winner. He proposed to me, and that's why your husband is stolen. Your marriage is also over, too.
Are you kidding me?
So now that I've explained everything, Patrick is mine, right? Don't worry, Lucy. I'll make sure we will have the happiest marriage ever.
You have crossed the line. Do you ever realize how terrible of a thing you've done? Do you have a conscience? How could you try and steal away your friend's husband? I really can't believe you would do something like that to me. You are really selfish.
Selfish? Oh, please, you are the one who's selfish.
What?
Not only are you short and stubby, you're so ugly too. Do I have to tell you at this point? Though you're my older sister, you are always wearing my hand-me-downs. How someone like you marry such a wonderful man? That's totally not fair. A successful and rich man like that must belong to me. You don't deserve him.
How could you say that?
While I was dating some no-name actor who probably never make it. You probably decided to marry your husband just to spite me. I really hate that side of you. You know, it's really annoying as heck.
Do you seriously believe that I would do something so petty? First of all, I didn't even know you had a boyfriend. Second, if I didn't know you had a boyfriend, how would I know he's some actor who never make it yet?
When me and my boyfriend were trying to save money on dates. You and your husband were out eating at fancy steakhouses. I just couldn't stand the fact that you got to enjoy all of that. I had to always put up with lousy dates. So I had to do something to take your husband away from you. He's mine now, so there's no use in trying to win him back. You ugly fat pig. There's no way I'll let you be happier than me. I deserve to live a better life than you.
How could you steal Patrick away for such a selfish reason? You don't even actually like him for who he is.
Oh, shut up. I don't care.
What?
The fact that your husband is going to be CEO one day, right? Not only am I marrying into money, I'll practically be a celebrity once your husband get the company. I'll be living the dream life for sure. My short stubby friend would just stick out like a sore thumb living in that kind of world. Don't you think so? You're saying that unlike me you'd actually fit in? Are you sure about that? Of course, it's me that we're talking about. I'm the one that Patrick wants to marry. He always tells me how pretty I am all the time. Either way, it's too late for you now. You won't ever have a chance at being his wife anyways.
I am still his wife by law. You have no right to say that.
Huh, I don't really care. Your preparation for the trip at the end of this year should be removed. All this trip is with me, you can never step inside.
How dare you?
Why wouldn't I? Now you can just sit and watching us living a happy life from afar. You know what? No matter how hard you try to toughen up, it doesn't change the fact that you are just my useless friend who always loses. I can't believe what is happening. My husband is not like that? Huh, can you know all about your husband? Oh, Lucy. Men are just men, they will fall in love with beauty. They always want the new experience. Never a man in the world could be loyal to you till death. Maybe your husband don't want to hurt you, if not he would tell you sooner.
What? Why you said that to me?
Huh, just telling the truth. Don't be mad, haha. I'm sure you can't stand seeing my husband next to me. I know you're jealous.
That's my husband.
Whatever. I don't care. Just be realistic here. There's no way that someone like you could ever marry a CEO. No way will I let you take him over again.
You're really on a roll here, honey. Just let me ask you. Are you really that happy that you stole your best friend's husband away? I know you have never got married, you always have your family. But are you really okay that this is the way you're going to be getting married? By betraying me and got married to my husband? After what you've done, you think that happiness is waiting for you on the other side?
What are you talking about? Of course, I'm gonna be happy I'm getting married to a CEO. How could things get any better than that? This is literally going to be happily ever after for both of us. So, stop talking about moral things. I don't care about it. I really do apologize for stole your man, and sure it hurts. But I have no choice. I'll do anything for my happiness. Betraying you is just a small thing. I can't wait to live a luxury life.
You think your plan is going to go smoothly?
What? What do you mean by that?
What is going through your head? How can you think your plan is successful? Ignorance is bliss. You make me believe that.
Get to your point already. I don't know what you were trying to say here. We all have planned carefully. Your husband even filed for divorce already. So stole your husband is just a matter of time. Everything is going to be perfect.
Whatever you say. You'll know soon. Reality is gonna hit you hard. Well, see you. I really hope you will regret for what you've done.
Lucy! What the heck is going on? Call me back right now? How could you do that?
What's up, honey? Thought you were happy with your life. Why you're so upset?
You! Why wouldn't you do that to me?
What? I don't get what you're saying.
Don't have to act, Lucy. I know that was you who did that. Your husband has broken up with me.
Oh. What's wrong between you two?
Stop it! I know that's you. What have you done?
Okay. I'll come clean with you. I know that I am not pretty like other girls. But my husband still chose me to be his wife. Don't you know why? Because my aunt is so rich, she owns a lot of company along the county.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. The company my husband is working is my aunt's company.
Why didn't I know that? You or your husband tell me about this.
All right, all you need to know is that my husband never becomes CEO in his entire life.
What? Are you being serious?
I'm dead serious. He is going to take over my aunt's company, but I tell my aunt in time. He has been fired. He also has no money left. That's so ridiculous. After being fired, he came to me and begged like a dog. You know what? You wonderful man is now no more than an useless man. When I told you what I had said to me, he was really shocked. You and he are two jerks in my life. All his money is from my family company. I have filed for divorce, too. I am sure that he will left with a penny in his hand.
What?
Now you two can legally get married soon.
Oh.
I forget one more thing. I have also contacted your manager. Your manager also never agrees to let a person like you work at the company.
What?
You can check it with your manager. The inform of your being fired will arrive soon.
Wait! Lucy! Why you did that to me? I am so sorry. I know I did something very wrong. Can you forgive me? We used to be best friends. Can we go back like before?
Huh, don't you remember what you said to me? Best friends share best things with each other. I just borrow your best things, which are your jobs and your rich boyfriend.
You!
But I will borrow these things forever, never pay you back. Soon, you can marry my husband, but a poor person. Soon, you can have a job, but not in this county. I have nothing to say. Do not appear in my sight.
Wait! Lucy!
I have divorced with my husband. I still can't believe I have married a man like him. But I haven't decided to move on with a new guy. I really need a break after all. I heard that no company in this county accept Hani to work. She has to work as a babysitter with a low salary. But I will contact that family she is working for, they will fire her soon. I don't know if my ex-husband and Hani would go back and love again. I don't care about it. This is a big lesson for my life in choosing the one to be friend and to be husband.
You have to be at my wedding, even if you're fat, okay? I already made a reservation for everyone.
I'm gonna be there. Your wedding will take place soon, huh?
Good to hear that. It's your own fault that you got fat, okay?
You don't have to put it that way, all right? It's true I gained weight after getting pregnant. But I'm doing my best to lose weight.
So, you should be slim by my wedding.
Well, yeah. I wish I could be limmer by then.
You wish. You're so weak-willed, that's why you can't, right? You just need to reduce the amount of calories you take.
That's not so simple as you say. I need to stay nourished as I'm raising my kid.
Hey, you're already giving it up. Such a shame. Don't show us your big body at my wedding, okay?
That's too much. Actually, I was wondering, are you gonna compare me with something again?
What? What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. You've always been like that. You try to look good by degrading me.
What are you saying? Don't act like I'm a villain.
I don't mean it, but... You like to mock me in front of people, right? At least that's how I see it.
Oh yeah. Only when I was trying to look good in front of someone I liked, all right? Can you stop making stuff up?
I'm sure you always do that, no matter who you're in front of. You always bring me to be the ugly one that boosts your ego.
Hey, what are you saying? Well, I can't deny the fact that you're kind of ugly. That's because I'm beautiful, right? What can I do about it?
Even if that's true. I always feel uncomfortable, okay?
You're just the way you are. If you hate it, why don't you be beautiful by plastic surgery? Even if you don't, can't you at least lose weight?
That's not the problem here.
So what? If you hate it, you just need to improve yourself, right? You can just become so beautiful that I can't mock you anymore, right?
I don't think that's how it works.
I understand you feel jealous about me. But you can't blame me for not being beautiful, okay? I thought you were my bestie.
I'm not blaming you, I just want you to stop that.
Stop what?
Like I said, I don't want you to mock me at your wedding.
I won't. Are you really concerned about that? It's my wedding. I'm the one who should be standing out, okay?
Now you're making me scared.
Hey, what's up with you? Aren't you being too paranoid? Did something happen after giving birth?
No, nothing. I just wanted to make sure. I want to be there to celebrate you too.
You don't have to be worried about that. You scared me.
Sorry about that.
You should be. I forgot to tell you.
What now?
You're my bestie, right? Can you give a speech at my wedding?
What? That's so sudden.
I remembered that I forgot to tell you. But you always like to write, right? Writing a speech should be easy for you.
That's not the problem.
Of course you'll accept it, right? I'm counting on you.
Well, okay. I'll get it ready.
Yay! I'm counting on you. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
I'm feeling uneasy. But okay. See you then.
Thank you for the speech you gave. As I expected, it was fantastic.
Thanks. I feel so unpleasant today though.
What? Did something happen?
Can you stop acting dumb? Why did you get me a serving for two?
Why, you ask? I just wanted to make you happy. It's important to stay nourished, okay?
That's not what you intended, right?
Come on. Why don't you thank me? You can eat lots of good food, huh? I didn't ask you to pay for it, right?
Who would ask people to pay? That was completely unnecessary.
You know, because we're friends, right? I just wanted to treat you nicely.
Did you really have to say that in front of people? Standing out like that and saying we're still friends even though I got fat. What the hell was that for?
But that's exactly true, isn't it? A beautiful woman like me gets along with fat people. I couldn't unless I got a beautiful soul, okay?
How can you have a beautiful soul and still disrespect me like that?
What are you so angry about? Everyone was laughing, so that's fine. You made them happy.
Everyone was showing bitter smiles. You're gonna make me a laughingstock again.
I was just entertaining the guests. I just wanted you to make me feel even more beautiful. So don't be saying stuff like that.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I flattered you properly though, right?
Flattered me? Are you talking about my dress?
Yeah. Your lightly pink-colored dress. You looked just like a pig.
Wow. I didn't expect you to say that much.
Didn't I tell you to lose weight? If you'd have lost weight, that wouldn't have happened, right? You caused everything.
You're the only one that thinks of me like that.
Not only me, everyone does. I'm impressed how you showed up with a dress. Thank you for coming to my wedding though.
Your husband and parents are getting down on their knees.
What?
They called me here and are apologizing.
Hey! What's going on? What are they apologizing for?
Because you embarrassed me like that.
I just messed with you a little bit. They don't have anything to do with that.
They do. Your dad works for a publishing company, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm quite a popular writer. We often work together.
What?
I didn't know that I was working with your dad. So I was astonished.
No way, do you know him?
Yeah. He's more like a business partner now, I guess. I sell a lot of books. I could reject his offer if you want.
Hey, isn't that bad?
Considering your reaction, it is bad. Apparently, a lot of people are looking forward to my next book. They're really begging for mercy.
I don't care. You're not gonna reject the offer, right?
I do think you spoiled you.
Wait a sec. Who spoiled me? I just messed with you a little bit.
Don't you think that was a little bit? Words can be a weapon to hurt people's feelings.
I didn't mean to.
There are some lines you just don't cross. Looks like this is a lesson learned for you. Oh, and by the way, your husband cringed at you too.
What? Did he?
He said he didn't think you'd treat your friends like that. That's understandable because you didn't know your true self, I guess.
That's why he didn't talk to me earlier.
Yeah, so he said he's gonna break up with you.
What? We just held our wedding now. How's that possible?
He said he can't get married to someone that would treat others like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I overdid it. If he breaks up with me, I'll be done.
Okay.
He was supposed to take care of me. I even quit my job. I don't want to go back to my parents' place.
Go back to their place? You think they're gonna let you go back and live with them?
Wait. What? Hold on. I didn't think that was going to be a big problem. I'll apologize, so please calm down.
You hurt me, yet you still don't understand that? You called me ugly, fat, and got me to eat a serving for two. On top of that, you called me a pig with a tight dress. I did a speech for you and everything. No wonder they don't want anything to do with you.
Like I said, I'm sorry. I just got a little carried away.
That's the problem here.
You may be right, but I've always been like this.
That's even worse. Didn't I tell you that's what I dislike about you? I thought I told you beforehand.
I thought it was gonna be funny.
Funny? For who? You're the only one that would find that funny.
It's not true.
So, have you checked Twitter and stuff?
Twitter? What do you mean?
Apparently some of my fans were there. And they shared my speech on it. It's getting buzzed already.
What? For real? Then good for you. You gain followers thanks to me, right?
Not only me, but also you.
What do you mean?
Your speech went viral too.
What?
Everyone's cracking down on you.
What? What the hell?
They said I was so generous that I gave a speech for someone like you. That's pretty funny, don't you think?
What the heck? Do you think you can upload the clip without permission?
They blurred your face at least. But I bet everyone in the state knows it's you.
No way. I'm too embarrassed to go outside anymore.
I thought you would find it funny. I'm sure these people have the same humor as you. You should hang out with them.
All right. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please, make up with me, okay? I don't want my husband and parents to abandon me.
Making up? What are you, a kid? I assume you still don't understand what you did wrong. You're a grown-up, so be remorseful and start everything over.
I am remorseful. So, please forgive me this time.
This time? I've forgiven you for many times, and this is the result, right? How hard you've been hurting people's feelings, this is what you need to understand. So, enjoy your lonely life. After that, her and her husband separated immediately. She cried and begged for mercy, but he told her that he couldn't be with her anymore. He even demanded compensation for what she'd done. Her parents disowned her and she has nowhere to return to. The video of her speech went viral, and everyone seemed to recognize her. So she moved to another state and started to work to pay for everything. On the other hand, the video worked out in my favor. She tried to degrade me to make her look better. Now she has nowhere to go. I guess she took things a little too far.
Hey Julia, tomorrow is our family meeting to consider about my wedding. Are you free at 7 p.m.? Our family will meet my fiancé's family and talk about something we have to prepare.
Oh, hi, Massey. Thanks for asking me. I'm fully free at that time. I have 1 day off a week and I will told my boss that I'm off tomorrow. Don't be worry, this is your biggest event ever so I can't absent.
I know that you're really busy, thanks for spending time for me my sister. I really appreciate you for taking the time to meet with us.
You're welcome. That's the normal thing I have to do. Also, I am so excited, Messy. It's gonna be the best wedding ever. Our first gathering after you proposed to your girlfriend, which makes it so special. I am so curious about your girlfriend. She gonna be so magnificent, right? I'm dying to see her and to get to know her. Actually, I have to say apologize to you because I was too busy that I have never seen your fiancé. I haven't been able to make time for you. Or anyone for that matter.
Oh, don't apologize. You really don't need to. You is such an important person to me. I know I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for you.
Oh, don't say it like that. And you shouldn't be giving me credit for the great man you have become. You're the one who kept trying really hard even when times were difficult for both of us. I'm so proud of you. You know that, right?
I really appreciate that you are my sister and that you have always stood by my side. And for all the things you've done for me.
Actually, I still cannot believe that my brother is getting married. I really feel the time when we was in the primary school is filing faster now that I'm old and grown up. Oh my god, I have back to my work now, so I will text you later my brother. I will be for really looking forward to our big family dinner tomorrow night. Say hi to Laura from Mr. and that I'm really looking forward to seeing her. And make sure you get home safety.
Hello, Julia. Nice to meet you. This is Laura, your brother's wife.
Oh, wife. Hi, Laura, nice to meet you. I really want to meet you from the bottom of my heart. Thank for spending time texting to me. I am too busy that I can't say hi to you before we met.
Actually I text you because I have some questions want to ask you. Is it okay? Or do you have enough time to rep me?
Sure. No problem.
Are you coming to the dinner tonight?
Of course I am, it's very important day of my brother. Why can I absent? It's going to be a really important day for the whole family. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
What?
Why are you so surprised like that? Do you want me to go?
But before answer this, I want to ask another question. I heard that you never went to college. Is that true?
That's correct. I started working right after I graduated high school, so I never went to a college.
If you don't mind my asking, how can a person without a college degree earn sufficient money for themselves or even be able to make a living?
What do you mean?
Wow, I couldn't help but noticing when we met the other day. But, look at you, see what you have? Nothing. None of the clothes you're wearing and the bag you had in your hand is from luxury brand.
I just have never been the one who put all my money into what I wear.
Does that mean you're in your 25s and you can't afford any fashion brand item? It made Ma assume that you're a little low on money, or you may be having some financial difficulties right now.
I'm sorry, but I don't care much about luxury brand. I just usually whatever I feel comfortable and what I like. But I will try my best to look elegant tonight. So don't be worried.
Oh, you don't have to do that. Because there'll be no next time. I don't want to see you ever again. Don't come to the meeting that my parents may be a look down on me because I have the poor sister-in-law.
What? Why do you have to worry about that? It's just a family meeting. And from the time you agree to live with my brother in your entire life, you're my sister.
Of course not. Messi is a handsome man and he's good at everything. Although he can't make money as much as my dad, but I still love him backslash. It's okay to spend my dad's money and credit card at the end of my life. But I feel so embarrassed when you come to meet my parents.
What are you talking about? I didn't feel like there was any reason for me to be embarrassed about anything.
You didn't remember that you dropped out of school. You're damaging our reputation.
Oh, but I don't want to miss my brother important day. All my family will come, so I can't stay at home tonight. And you know that I already asked my boss for that day off tonight.
But I don't want you here after all. Are you understand what I said? It was really embarrassing for the rest of us to have welcomed someone like you into our family.
No members in our family even think that, excepted you, Laura.
To be honest, you're the opposite of your brother. You have nothing he has.
I look like my father and my brother take a lot after his mother. That may be why we're different.
You still can't realize the problem. How much do you weigh? I could tell you that you have surpassed the average weight for your height. Don't you think you should lose some weight?
Oh, what are you talking about? Now. It wasted my time and it wasn't related to the meeting tonight. And I think I don't have to answer you about that.
What can I say? I'm a woman and I have a lot of friends, but none of them are like you. They are conscious about their figure. I thought you would be a beautiful lady. Looking at Messi, I always imagined that his sister would be just like him.
Sorry for making you feel like that way. I didn't know that you had such high expectations for me. But anyway, I always be wishing the best for the two of you.
You don't have to wish us anything. I really want dumb, fat and ugly girl like you Sadie away from our life. You won't be interfering with us from now on. You are not educated nor do you have a decent job.
But my business runs excellent.
Business? What an old and outmoded store. I know that you're selling agriculture products, right? What's even worse, agriculture. This is 4.0 era, you know. Why can you sell that? You were like a 90 years old people. What's an ashamed?
Laura, I tried my best and I really want to have good rapport with you like a real sister. I always want to look up to you because everything you've done for my brother. Why you still treated me like this?
That has nothing to do with this. We're talking about your lack of worth.
Why can you look at the person by their money and social standard?
I can smell your lack of money from a mile away, and it's atrocious. I could smell you even if you use some luxury perfume or wear something expensive. You still look like a poor people. I am still not seeing the problem with my job. And the reason you made is unreasonable. Having a good rapport with each other is a good thing. I don't understand why you can take it as a problem. I don't want to have a bad argue with you. Don't bother me anymore. I can't believe that you're that kind of person. How can you boost your value by look down on the other people? I think marrying a person like you is a wrong choice of my brother. I will told this to my parents. See? I know you are a bad lady.
No, I just show them the truth about the lady that they are really looking forward to. Put your fake face down and lets everyone know about the bad personality behind that cute fake face. Once you are not out of my sight for good, I'll finally be happy for it. You are so rude and awful, just get lost. Actually, I will give you a chance that we can start over. My brother always want we will become a happy family and I don't want this disappointed him. Okay, but I don't want my parents sad because of seeing us combat each other like this.
I could care less. I have wanted you gone from the start.
Can we please just get along? I am willing to try.
Stop acting so self-righteous. You made me sick.
Hey, you are older than me, you are my sister-in-law, aren't you? I know that you hate me from the bottom of your heart. But let's try to stay calm and deal with this situation as adults, can you? I don't want to cause a sense between the two of us.
I don't need to sit here and listen to someone younger than me who thinks they are all that to lecture me. I already gave you instructions on how this situation can be handled. I told you to leave several times. So leave.
Okay, I understand, but I am not sure I can keep this as a secret between us. If you are really that upset to keep insulting me like that, then I guess I have no choice.
At the end you are leaving, so why don't you leave much more sooner?
Are you sure this is what you want? I will leave now because this is your wedding, but in the future I expect you to treat me differently. I want to be more polite when speaking to me next time we see each other.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't plan on seeing you ever again after this.
I plan on never seeing you again either. I think it will be for the best after all of the things you have said to me. With that settled, goodbye.
For me, there is nothing as embarrassing as having a relative like that. And also, I think just people who have low income will buy products at your store. The income you got from selling agriculture products will never enough for you to pay any luxury items. Anyway, I don't want anything to do with you from now on. Hey, no one is here. The whole place is empty. Where did everyone go? I have gone to the place we hold the meeting. But I can't see anyone, even my husband. I can't call him and even my parents. Do you know where are they? Was this your doing? Did you do something? This all has to be because of something you did.
You know that when you're texting with me I am so happy, and then I showed my brother with a happy face. He was at home and seat next to me. He saw everything you texted to me. I only did exactly as you said. But I have told Mom and Dad about all thing you said to me. They thought it's a wrong choice for let you be the member of our family. So everyone come to their home. And there won't be any wedding ceremony.
Here you are. I know that you're that kind of person. You should act like you like me and want to have good relationship with me. The one who has two faces, the one who has two faces. You took everyone with you?
No, after my brother saw all the messages. He done everything and called everyone, even your parents.
What? My parents know this?
Of course.
This is my wedding, why can you do that? I can understand if your parents decided to leave with you, but why everyone? Even my husband?
Why until now you still can't realize anything? In the end, why can't you realize you fault? And you just put everything on me? Look back to yourself and consider it's true or false.
I knew that you would eventually steal everyone away from me. It was only a matter of time. Even thought I loved everyone and they are so important to me. Everyone was supposed to love me too. Not you. One day, I'll take everyone back, you'll see.
You know that you really disappointed my brother.
Why?
He loves me when I was a kid and he wanted to marry a person who can be my sister. He always dreamed of having a loving wife and family. He said that he can't marry someone who treats his little sister that way. Why everything comes so suddenly? I can't accept it. But you have to, he already made his decision. The wedding will never happen no matter how long you sit there and beg everyone come back to you.
What about all the money I spent on this wedding? Is that all just going to waste?
It's all my family money, so we can choose what to do with it.
How could my own parents and family agree with you and just leave me here alone on my wedding day during Seder?
You know, they can't spoil you anymore. They just couldn't understand the behavior you were exhibiting to me. They were at a loss for words at what you were saying to me. You were always causing troubles for them in school because of how you treated the other girl in the class. My brother was so shocked when he knew that. Now everything can't change, please accept the truth and give me peaceful. My brother think that you are really selfish and rude.
I'm just really upset right now. I really didn't mean it. I swear.
Don't talk to me. You need to say sorry to your parents and my brother. They are hurted. I think they deserve an explanation.
No, I just want my husband and wedding back. Your brother told me that the wedding was seriously canceled and that I need to go home. Did everyone really have to take it this far?
Of course, everyone is upset. He is angry at your lack of common sense in the situation you put yourself in. You can't even see what you did wrong. You're jealously just took over everything that you've had. That's all. You know, you have lost your control and everyone can easily see that you cray about my family's money and just want to live an easy life. But you know Noon want to marry a lazy person a thuff you are hot, young and beautiful. Beauty can disappear by the time but knowledge and personality is persistent. So this is all the thing that I have to told and explain to you. I don't hate you, I hope you can take the lesson and be a better person in the future.
Then Julia gave Laura a truth advice about life and how to become a great woman at the bottom of her heart. The wedding was really cancelled. Laura's parents said apologies to Messi, Laura and also her parents for let them know this bad things. Laura soon realized the lesson and tried to living in an independent way. She started to work and study at the No City and Messi finally moved on.
Hey Rosie. We need to talk. I have heard something from my mom.
Yeah, what's that?
She needs help.
But what happened to her?
It seems like she divorced my dad.
Oh really? Getting a divorce at her age must be hard. Is she all right? If ever there's something I can do for her, make sure to let me know.
The thing is that I want her to move in with us. I can't turn a blind eye on my own mother. She is down in the dumps now. That's why I told her to come live with us.
What, Andy? Wait a second. What are you talking about? Would she be staying at our house?
Of course. Do we own any other properties? Anyways, you have to clean everything up before she arrives.
Hold up for a second.
What do you mean?
You can't just tell her to move in with us on a whim like this. And you didn't say a word to me beforehand. You should have at least discussed it with me before making a decision.
Excuse me? Aren't you my wife? I have no idea what you're trying to get at. I'm the breadwinner in this family. I have every right to make decision by myself. I already decided on letting my mom live with us. The only choice you have is listen to what I tell you. So stop complaining and tidy up the house before she's here. By the way, she's moving in next week.
What? Next week? Are you serious?
There's nothing I could have done otherwise. My mom refuses to live with my dad. And on the grounds that they are divorced already. She doesn't have a job, which means she can't support herself financially. Obviously, I'm not going to see her turn into a homeless person.
In these days, people over 60 still work in order to support themselves, right? In fact, she can live very comfortably as long as she manages to land a job. Here's the thing. I don't think it's possible to live with your mom under the same roof. We don't own a mansion, we're renting a 2-room apartment. Just in case you forgot.
Shut up. I'm not asking for your approval of this. I have already made the decision. All you have to do is follow my lead.
But you do know that we live in a small apartment, right? It's not considered spacious for even 2 people. So how are we going to accommodate one more person? I mean, I thought we agreed on apartment living until we have kids. With that being said, there really wouldn't be enough space for 3 adults.
You know what? You care way too much about the nonsense thing. You have to think big. I work in the day and I'm barely home on the weekends too. So I don't see why it doesn't work out.
Have you ever tried putting yourself in my shoes though? I'm the one who cooks dinner every day after getting off work. And that's pretty exhausting. Try rushing home and preparing a meal right after that. Your mom's moving in, so it will increase daily expenses, don't you know? Andy, I have to be completely honest with you. Your mom isn't my family. Plus, she'll only make this already small apartment even more cramped.
What? My mom isn't your family? You're literally the worst. She's my mom.
No matter what, still she's not related by blood to me. I mean, she doesn't even like me that much.
Well, you're not completely wrong about that. Treat her nicely and she'll develop a liking for you eventually.
No, Andy. It's not a matter of whether I'm nice or not to your mom. Look. Why am I the only one who needs to make a concession when I pay 50 of the rent? Put yourself in my shoes and think for a second first. Aren't you my husband?
I see, Rosie. I'm filing for divorce then.
Excuse me?
If you don't want to divorce me, then you better keep your silence and just do what I tell you to. I'm assuming that you wouldn't want to get a divorce at this age, right? I mean, you pretty much count as a middle-aged woman. So you should know the best thing now is to obey your husband.
Why do you have to box me into a corner all the time?
Whatever. All I'm saying is my mom will definitely be moving in with us. With that being said, you must take good care of her from now on.
We could arrange something else for your mom if you talked it out with me first. Why are you so selfish?
Are you being serious? I'm your husband. I always have the final say. That's it. Well, I have to go now. I'll be working late today as well. But I want to see my home organized from inside out when I come back.
Andy. Hey. I'm seriously reaching my limit at this point. Can you do something about this mess?
What? What do you mean mess?
It's about your mom. She leaves all of her clothes on the floor and never does the laundry. I don't mind her eating the food I bought without permission. But the problem is, though, she doesn't clean up after herself. I mean, the entire apartment smells like trash right now. I think your mom should act a little more responsibly.
What do you mean? Instead of pointing fingers at my mom, why don't you just show her the right thing to do? What's more, I remember going over this issue with you yesterday. But you have to treat my mom with more respect. I've always treated her with respect. You must pay attention to my mom's words and make sure she doesn't feel ignored.
The thing is that you told me she won't be staying here for too long. I don't think I can do this any longer.
It's only been a month though. And your problem has nothing to do with me. Just sit down and have a talk with my mom. Don't drag me down with you.
Excuse me? I'm the one who's being dragged down by you. Don't you remember an agreement before getting married? That living with each other's parents is out of the question. You really need to start letting me know your plans before putting them into action. Seriously though, but all you ever think about is yourself.
Stop getting on my nerves with your complaints. Are you throwing stones at my mom and me right now? You're really nothing but a housewife.
Stop saying that. It's time for you to take responsibility for your own actions. Your workload is pretty much next to none compared to mine. Shouldn't you be happy to live with my mom though?
She is the woman who gave birth to me, don't you understand?
So what? She didn't give birth to me.
She can take care of our kids in the future if we ever have any.
Excuse me? Are you planning on letting her stay here with us permanently or something?
Well, exactly. Come on. It'll be good for the both of us.
It will not. In fact, I've had enough of your toxicity.
What? Did you just tell me that you've had enough of my toxicity? You're literally the worst wife. If you really hate my mom this much, then I'll have to consider divorcing you.
No problem. I'm totally down for it.
Really? What do you mean?
I've lost all hopes for our marriage at this point.
What are you talking about?
Don't you want to get a divorce? I do remember the huge fight we got into. Last time, you flew off the handle and threw a pile of divorce papers in my face. I've signed them now. Those documents will come into effect. I'm showing them to my lawyer tomorrow. Also, I'm moving out of here.
Do you realize what you're saying? Is this a joke or what? It's not funny at all.
It's not a joke. I'm dead serious.
It's not funny at all. Are you messing around with me again? Hold up a second. I dare you to repeat.
Well, yeah. I'm sick and tired of this marriage. I want a way out. You can enjoy the rest of your life in the company of your dear mother or maybe another woman. That being said, I think a divorce would free me once and for all. But I still wish you and your mom the best. I have been thinking about these things a lot. I shouldn't have even married you in the first place.
Marriage is not something you can poke fun with. I'm telling you, there's no turning back once the divorce is finalized. So are you being serious with me right now?
Well, what do you think then? Do I sound like I'm kidding with you? In fact, I'm dying for a divorce and nothing can stop me. After all, I can't stand having you. And your mom use my stuff without permission and call it yours every time. There are boundaries that need to be respected. Whenever I failed to clean up the entire apartment, you two always scold me. And you should know one thing. My money is mine. I earned it with time and effort. This means that you can't just steal it from my wallet and give it to your mom as her monthly allowance. That's a shame of you. You're not allowed to spend my hard-earned money anymore. Have ever you thought that if you want to stay married to a man like yourself? If I have to tell you the truth, then I don't want to spend the rest of my life with a man who never takes my feelings into consideration. You don't deserve me as your wife.
I don't deserve you as my wife.
Am I wrong?
I guarantee that you'll regret this decision later. So a divorce is what you want?
Of course. I want it more than anything else in the world right now. Have fun with your mom. I can already imagine how much easier my life will be on me without you in it.
Okay, but I'm wondering how you're going to survive without me from now on. Divorce is not the same thing as Playhouse.
I'm not jobless like your mom. I can totally support myself financially. Plus, we don't have kids either. So asset division won't be a big deal. That should be the most perfect divorce ever.
I will not remarry you later on, even if you come begging to me. With that being said, the best option for you right now is really to just apologize.
What? Are you kidding me? I did nothing wrong. In fact, I'll be the one filing for divorce. So you don't have to worry about a thing. That way, you can save some time and energy. Do you have any last words?
Are you seriously going to leave me? I can't believe it. But you know what, I don't care. Let's see what you're capable of now that you're completely on your own.
Sounds good. Stay tuned and you can judge for yourself what I'm capable of. You then can keep up this awesome relationship with the woman who birthed you. And remember to tell her how much you love her before you leave for work. Is this a perfect life you want?
Hey Rosie. There's something I want to let you know. Please keep on ignoring me.
What are you talking about? I have nothing to say to you. We're already divorced.
Rosie. Do you maybe want to fix our relationship?
Excuse me?
I realized how I made a mistake in the past. So as long as you're willing to get back together with me, I can still forgive you.
What? Are you kidding me? I don't remember doing anything which would require your forgiveness.
Well, didn't you decide for yourself to file for a divorce without my permission? I'll bury the hatchet with you on that. We can live under the same roof again. Wouldn't that be great? You have to come back to me.
What? I know your mom's disorganized habits are slowly making you go ballistic. I mean, you actually managed to hang in there much longer than I thought. But I honestly couldn't care less about you at this point.
Yeah, you should care more. Because the entire apartment has turned into a mess. I tried to at least do a thorough house cleanup once a week, but it's not enough. I can't afford to hire professional housekeepers. I literally have zero money to my name right now. You know how wasteful my mom can be with money. I'm sure this isn't going anywhere. I'll probably be completely broke in no time.
I see. The thing is that I got engaged.
What do you mean? It's been several months since our divorce anyways.
I met the love of my life last week.
What are you talking about? Are you being serious?
We're living overseas where he's stationed at for his job. Life is finally taking a better turn for me.
What?
If I didn't divorce you back then, I wouldn't be so blessed with what I have at the moment. So it really is the best decision I've ever made.
Have you really lost all interest for me?
Yes, I have lost all interest in you. Now you're nothing more than a stranger to me.
You surprised me a lot. I never would have thought you could get married to another guy this quick. Can we pick up where we left off and make up?
What? Were you even listening to what I told? I currently live overseas and I'm the happiest woman on earth. I have already spent the worst time of my life with you.
I mean, do you really have absolutely no feelings left for me? You can't possibly be this brutal.
I simply stated what's on my mind. You're merely trying to use me to your advantage.
No, I'm letting you know how much you matter to me.
Stop acting, Andy. I know you too well. By now. After that, Andy's life was totally a hell. But I didn't feel bad for him at all. I knew he wouldn't be able to handle his mother. He's stuck with her mom forever. I blocked his number so he couldn't get in touch with me either. Recently, I heard that Andy is struggling to even pay for food. Well, he should take his karma.
Hi, Rose. I just rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. Are you home?
Oh, hi Amanda. I'm so sorry, I'm actually in a meeting right now and had my headphones on. I didn't hear the doorbell. What brings you here?
Well, Mark invited me to come and stay with you all for a while. He thought it would be a nice surprise. Didn't he tell you that?
Oh, wow. That's unexpected. I didn't know he had planned for you to visit. I'm sorry for not being available at the door. I had no idea.
No need to apologize, dear. I understand. It was supposed to be a surprise, after all. Is this a bad time for me to be here?
It's a bit unexpected, but don't worry, Amanda. I'm glad to see you. I just need some time to wrap up the meeting. I had no clue Mark had invited you. How did this all come about?
Mark wanted us to spend some quality time together as a family, so he invited me over. I hope it's not causing too much inconvenience.
I appreciate the sentiment, Amanda. It's just that I'm in the middle of a crucial meeting. I'll try to finish up as soon as possible. Can you wait for a little while?
No problem, Rose. I'll be here whenever you're ready. Take your time and we'll make the most of it.
I just got a message from my mom. She said she went to our place, but no one was there. Rose, why didn't you open the door to let Mom come in? She had to wait outside.
Mark, I'm really sorry. I was in the middle of a meeting and had my headphones on. I didn't hear the doorbell. I didn't mean to make her wait outside.
It's frustrating, Rose. You're always home, and it's your responsibility as a wife to take care of these things. You should have been available to let her in.
Mark, I told you before not to talk to me like that. I was at home working. It's unfair to expect me to be available 24/7 just because I work from home. I have my own responsibilities and commitments, just like you do. I can't drop everything at a moment's notice.
But taking care of our family and the house is your role as a wife, Rose. You should prioritize that above everything else.
Being a wife doesn't mean I have to sacrifice my career or personal obligations. We're partners, Mark. We should share the responsibilities and support each other. It's not solely my responsibility to handle everything at home.
I just thought you would prioritize our family over work, Rose. It feels like you're always absorbed in your own things.
Mark, I have to express my frustration and discomfort about Mom's unexpected visit. It's not fair that you didn't let me know in advance. I feel uncomfortable with this situation.
Oh, that was the reason why you didn't open the door and let my mom wait outside? I can't believe you're making such a big deal out of this, Rose. I wanted Mom to stay with us for a long term. I thought you would appreciate having her around more often.
You can't just make decisions like this without considering my feelings or discussing it with me first. It's not the kind of thing that you can just decide by yourself. We're a married couple, we should be making decisions like this. It's disrespectful and unfair.
You're overreacting, Rose. I thought you would be happy to have more family time. There's no need for me to discuss this with you at all. My mom is going to be moving in with us regardless of your opinion.
Of course you need to check with me first. Your mom moving in with us is going to be a huge change for all of us. I really don't like it when you make important decisions like this without me. Could you please just tell me everything that's happening? Have you really thought this decision through at all?
Of course, I thought about it. I really need you to be quiet and start coming downstairs right now to open the door and help her with the belongings. She is waiting outside. You're my wife, you should be helping me out with these kinds of things.
Don't you forget that I'm in a meeting right now? I am the one who needs you to be quiet. I also told you that I was going home to my parents' house today. I will help you out when I finish this meeting. But then, I will go to my parents' house for a few days.
You better come down right this moment. I never heard about you going to visit your parents. Stop making up lies like that.
I definitely told you about this. I can't even be bothered to argue with you anymore. How many times do you plan on repeating this? I'm starting to get tired of you.
You don't need to entertain my mom with a banquet or anything, just be polite and say hi. My mother just wants to get closer to you.
I said I can't do that. I have a tight schedule and tons of work to deal with. I may be at home, but it doesn't mean I have a very flexible timetable.
I think you're exaggerating way too much. How hard can it be? Just give them some coffee and snacks, have a little chit-chat, and let them go well. You're my wife, you need to listen to all orders.
I'm really getting tired of this. I don't think I deserve this treatment. You are a difficult person to have a conversation with.
That's it! I've had enough of talking to you. Do whatever you want. I'm so mad at you. Stay at your parents' house until you're ready to apologize to me.
Why should I apologize to you? I didn't do anything wrong at all. You should be the one apologizing to me.
Actually, I don't even want to see your face for a while. You can come back once you're ready to admit that.
Hello, Mark. Is Rose not going to be coming home tonight?
I'm really sorry, Mom. I forgot to tell you about it. Rose isn't going to be coming home today. She decided to go to her parents' house for a few days.
I see, that's a little unfortunate. Did she not like me coming to stay with you all?
Mom, we actually got into an argument earlier. She's a terrible person to have as a wife. I really don't know what to do about her.
Oh, I see. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just wanted to spend some time with you all. What were you guys even arguing about? You didn't tell her that I was going to be moving in, right?
She was in a meeting, and I didn't inform her about your visit beforehand. She felt uncomfortable and surprised. I know, Mom, but sometimes Rose can be a bit sensitive about unexpected things. She values communication and planning. Wait. Why do you know what we were arguing about?
I'm guessing she decided to go to her parents' house because she didn't want me moving in. I know that you guys haven't been getting along that well recently. It's essential to understand and respect her feelings, Mark. I know you didn't intend for this to happen, but it's crucial to communicate openly with your wife.
Actually, I didn't do anything wrong. She always gets angry and just storms off like that.
So that means that Rose never agreed with you about me moving in then?
Well, kind of.
It's okay, Mark. We all make mistakes. But what's important now is to talk to Rose and apologize for not considering her feelings. This is a pretty big decision for all of us involved. I only agreed to move in for 3 days just to see how things would be like. Why are we in a situation like this?
I know, Mom, but sometimes Rose can be a bit sensitive about unexpected things. She values communication and planning. I'm really sorry, Mom. I didn't think it would end up like this either. I still think that you need to listen to my side of the story.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be taking sides in this. Show her that you understand and want to be more supportive.
I think it's impossible for me to solve this by myself. I want you to talk to her instead of me. I'm also very close to my limits with her. I'm really mad at her as well. She doesn't even do most of the housework. I end up having to do most of the housework by myself. I'm always very tired from work, but I still have to do the housework when I get back.
I'll help you with these household chores. But, is that really true? The house seems to be very clean and organized.
What do you mean by that, Mom?
Well, you never did any of the housework before you moved out of my house. Your place always seems to be very clean every time I visit. I had assumed that Rose was doing the housework. There's no way you could clean the house so thoroughly.
Well, you are wrong about that. The house is clean thanks to me. I struggled to do the housework at the beginning, but I'm a quick cleaner. My wife is home working, but she always makes excuses that she is busy. She left everything to me. The house is organized and cleaned because of me. It has nothing to do with Rose at all.
I'm still not sure if I really believe that. One of the reasons I decided to move in for a few days was to monitor the two of you. You need to go and make things right with her and ask her to come home.
Okay, fine. I'll try to do that then.
Are you coming home soon? Do you need a dinner today?
Yes, Mom. I'm on my way. Can't wait to eat the food that you make.
I'll start to prepare some dinner then. I'll ask Rose for her permission to use the kitchen.
Why would you do that? There is no need to get permission from her for something like that. You can just use the kitchen how you like.
Most people aren't going to like having their kitchen used without permission. I don't want to be rude to Rose at all.
Okay, fine. There's no need for you to be so angry about it. I'm sure she won't mind you using the kitchen at all.
Hi Rose, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask for your permission to use the kitchen when you're not home. I don't want to intrude or cause any inconvenience.
Hi, Amanda. Thanks for checking in. Of course, you're welcome to use the kitchen anytime. It's not a problem at all. Feel free to make yourself at home. I made a note of how to use a stove and where I organized kitchen stuff. Just in case you need instruction.
Thank you, dear. I just want to make sure I'm respectful of your space. Now, I also wanted to talk about the argument you had with Mark. I hope you don't mind sharing your side with me.
It's okay, Amanda. I appreciate your concern. Please understand that the argument is not about your visit. The argument was about feeling overwhelmed with everything. I have a full-time job at home, and when I finish, I'm still expected to handle all the household chores and take care of our son. It's becoming exhausting.
I can understand how that would be overwhelming, Rose. It's essential for both partners to share responsibilities. Have you talked to Mark about this and how it's affecting you?
I've tried talking to him, but he always seems to have other priorities. He comes home late from work and expects me to take care of everything. It's getting harder for me to manage everything alone.
It's crucial for Mark to understand how you're feeling and support you. A partnership means working together to find a balance that works for both of you. Maybe you can have a calm and honest conversation with him about this when you're both ready.
You're right, Amanda. I need to communicate my feelings more effectively. I just want him to understand and help me out more at home.
It's completely valid to want that support, Rose. Partners should lean on each other during challenging times. Let him know how much it would mean to you if he could be more involved in household chores and taking care of your son.
I will, Amanda. Thank you for listening and understanding. It's good to have you to talk to about this.
You're welcome, dear. I'm here to support you. Remember, communication is key to a strong relationship. Take care of yourself, and I hope you and Mark can work through this together.
Thank you, Amanda. I'll talk to him when the time is right. Take care too, and enjoy your time at our place.
Mark, I think I'm going to head back home soon. I'm worried about your dad as well. I don't want to leave him alone for too much longer. I've spent enough time with you for now.
Wait, Mom! You can't go back yet! Rose is still angry with me. She won't even reply to my text messages. Could you help me out?
Do I really have to help you with this? You're not a child anymore. I really hope that you could solve this by yourself. Do you want me to talk to Rose? Then I guess I can warn her about her bad attitude and lifestyle as well?
Her bad attitude? What do you mean by that, Mom?
You're the one that always tells me about how badly you get treated by her. You say that she doesn't do any of the housework and forces you to do it all. Didn't you also say that she gets really angry even at the smallest of things? I think I should warn her about all this. You feel uncomfortable when she does these things to you, right?
Hold on a minute. Are you planning to talk to her about this directly?
You asked me for help. I'm just going to have a discussion with her so that she understands how you feel about all this. She might try to change her attitude. You said that she won't even reply to your text messages right now. I think I'm just going to have to tell her your feelings and opinions about her. Then you guys can take some time to think about each other.
I think I can figure out how to fix this myself.
Why are you saying that all of a sudden? You were begging me for help until a few minutes ago. I thought that you needed me to fix the situation.
Actually, I thought about it again. There's no need for you to do that right now. Honestly, I think it would be best if you could just stay for a long time. That would make me feel at ease.
There's no way I would want to do that. I already have my own house to live in. I also can't leave your dad all by himself. Me and your dad already told you that you needed to become more independent. You can't keep on relying on us forever.
Why do you have to say it like that? I was only making a suggestion.
Why do you even want to live with us again so badly? You have a wife in your own place to live. I thought that you had managed to become independent. Hold on a second. Is there any chance that everything you've been telling me has been a lie?
Of course not. I would never lie to you. I'm your son after all. I really don't want you to go home yet. At least, could you please stay here for one more night?
Okay, fine. I guess I can stay here for one more night. I am definitely going to go home tomorrow.
Thanks, Mom. I'm really grateful that you can stay here for one more day. It's really helpful when you can do all the housework. Rose, when in the world are you planning to come back home? I think it's been long enough now. You've had plenty of time to think about how wrong you were. Would you please just come back and apologize to me? I'm ready to forgive you. My mom is getting worried about you. She won't stop asking me about you. Just hurry up and come back home. I am not going to wait around much longer. You're meant to be my housewife.
I'm not planning to come home to you, piece of trash.
Wait! What did you just say? Did you seriously just call me that? You do not have the right to ignore me like this. I'm going to force you to do all the housework as soon as you get back home. You better come home soon.
Did you just ask who I think I am? I'm your precious wife. You need to respect me more.
Stop messing around and start listening to me.
I'm not messing around at all. I am completely serious about everything that I said. I'm not really in the mood to go back and live with you at all. It was ridiculous that you asked me to come home because you need me to do housework. You leave everything to me. I'm working a full-time job at home doesn't mean that I have time to handle every housework. I can't remember the last time you offered to help with anything from preparing to cleaning up after.
Oh, come on! I think I deserve a good rest on the weekend since I go out and make money for us.
What about me? You think I don't make money? Don't you think I deserve some rest on the weekends, too?
Well, yeah. But you're the wife, it's part of the job. A wife needs to meet the requirements of her husband's family, right? It's kind of sad, but you're basically like a servant to our family. That's the whole deal of marriage, right?
I can't believe you just said that. I'm tired of living with a pathetic guy like you.
Well, think about it. Basically, when a woman marries into a man's household, they have to take care of the family, right?
Wow, I never knew your head was stuck a century back. Now everything makes sense. You invited your mom to come to our family just because you want her to do the housework as well.
Now you're looking down on me. What is wrong with you?
You know what? Your mom knew everything. She talked to me, tried to convince me to have a conversation with you, and hope we can understand each other.
Wait! You talked to my mom?
She read all messages between us. She is really upset now. She would not live together with you or any of her other children. She still cares about her children and children-in-law. It's just that she wants to give them awesome freedom so that they can be independent. She was really worried about me and took care of me. Even though we only meet every so often.
Of course she's going to take care of you. She's the nicest mom in the world. But it's gone too far. How could you show these messages to her?
Your mom is saying that the way you've been treating me is the same way your grandmother treated her.
I really don't think I did anything wrong. I did what I had to do as a husband.
Then you must have a terrible understanding of what it takes to be a good husband. I deserve better than you. I want to divorce.
You cannot just leave me like that.
I'm no longer going to be your wife. I've already made this decision and it's final. I'm going to send you the divorce papers.